You're about to watch another exciting episode of the Dungeon Run, but did you know that you can actually be part of the adventure? Tune in live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and you can make your voice heard and help determine the fate of our adventurers. Hope to see you there.
Greetings and welcome to The Dungeon Run, a live tabletop role-playing game where your interactions help tell the tale. I am Lord Ereban, the Keeper of Secrets, and I have brought these adventurers together and set them on an epic quest to decide the fate of the world. When they found my amulet, it gave them the key to unlock the mysteries of Ein and allowed them to communicate with you, the Watchers of the Time Stream. Now you have the power to help or hinder them as you see fit. If this is your first episode, fear not. Our Dungeon Master will catch you up on everything you need to know to jump right in. And you can always watch past episodes by visiting our YouTube or listen to the audio version by searching for The Dungeon Run wherever you get fine podcasts. The Dungeon Run is made possible through the generous support of our patrons. Bonus shows, special content, and more is available when you become a supporter at patreon.com/thedungeonrun. And join the incredible Dungeon Run community by visiting the official, unofficial, Discord at thedungeon.run/Discord. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does make a difference. But now, sit back, relax, enter the world of Ein, and let the dice roll!
Welcome to the Dungeon Run! Welcome to the Time Stream! Patrons! Oh my gosh, it's episode 87 of the Dungeon Run.
Whoa!
And it's Tuesday!
It's Tuesday. Yeah, we're a day early. And don't think I don't know that I had one fewer day to prep. If you're a first-time watcher, listener, we're going to catch you up on everything you need to know. But first, I want to let you know about what's happening next week. Oh my gosh, we're doing another of our two shots, taking the show and exploring an entirely new original world with the Dungeons and Dragons rules. And it's going to be DM'd by our very own Jared Kajak.
So excited.
This is going to be
Very
the Sapphire Lights Festival. Jared, we talked about it a little bit last week. It will be next week on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time here on twitch.tv/The Dungeon Run. It'll be next Wednesday and the following Wednesday, 2 weeks to tell this grand story that you've invented. And we have not one, not two, but 3 incredible guests that we're going to announce right here tonight. Isn't that right, Jared Kajak?
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. So I like to call it Fête des Lumières du Saphir, but for some reason French
You're pretentious.
doesn't seem to.
It's long!
Blue lights.
Katie calls
I
it
like
blue twinkling light
Blue
thingy.
lights.
Blue twinkle lads!
Say it again, slower.
So it's the Sapphire Lights Festival. It's a 2-shot. It's set in Renaissance France. So if you like Cyrano de Bergerac, if you like the Three Musketeers, you will
Or
love
if you're
this
just a
2-shot.
Francophile like I am.
Or
There
you
you
just
go.
want to see awesome players playing awesome storyline.
True. It's true. But our guests, our special guests, are special to me, special to all of us. Trisha Hirschberger, our amazing, wonderful host of the Dungeon Rundown, will be, you guessed it, playing in my game. I remember I have a distinct memory of being on the Rundown and asking Trisha Hirschberger if she would ever play with us, and she said, of course. And I said, what would you like to play? And she said, probably a dwarf with a big axe. And she's not playing a dwarf with a big axe. Trust me.
Hi,
Not gonna happen.
Raiders. Hi, Zan
You
Raiders.
just got to be careful how you pronounce that.
Also, I just realized we could call this the Blue Light Special.
There you go. Okay.
All right, what about those other two
And the
guests?
other
Soft
two-
flags
So the other two
guests
guests are 2/3 of the 3 black halflings, Jasper and Unati. So if you follow them on their socials, or if you listen to their amazing podcast, The 3 Black Halflings, they are two of the coolest people you will ever meet. So we're getting both of them, Jasper and Unati, are going to be playing in the game, and I'm super excited for it.
Hey guys, have we considered maybe not bringing on people that are cooler than us onto our show and making us look
impossible.
worse?
'Cause
So hard
everyone's
to
cooler
do.
than us.
Yeah, that would eliminate the majority of the people.
I
that we
just
would have
as
on the
Jared
show.
said it, I started to get worried. I was like, they're way cooler.
They
than
might
us.
replace two of us after this two-shot.
They're actually, I think both of them are actually going to be live on the show from the UK.
From
Yes.
the UK.
Yes.
is
So
extraordinary, and it
even
means
though
now-
we're still going to be doing the show at 6 p.m.,
Same
it will
time.
be what time? It's 8-hour time difference, UK.
So,
And we've been promised that Katie Michaels will be
2
doing her
a.m.?
Cockney accent today.
Oh yeah, real Brits. So yeah, probably not going to be doing a lot of
God.
British accents.
James
No.
Willis will not be making an appearance.
Super
So
excited about
excited.
this. I can't wait to see Jared's world come to life. I can't wait to see these awesome guests interacting with our cast. Katie and Jessica are going to be playing in the game.
Woo!
It's going to be incredible. Two nights only. The next 2 Wednesdays right here on, well, actually not the next 2 Wednesdays because we got one more Wednesday tomorrow night. But a week from tomorrow, and then a week from that. You know, calendars are
we
hard.
got it. We got it.
Be sure to tune in. Be sure to tune in because it's going to be really, really cool. Okay, so that's happening. We also want to keep you up to date. We have been teasing our new merch store. It is still not ready, but we are getting closer. And it's going to be really cool. We're going to have new products. So stay tuned for that. We are in the process, and I think there's going to be some zip. Yep. My brain just stopped working. Doesn't bode well for the show. Going to be some really fun stuff there. Also, I want to tell you about the fact that this show is supported on Patreon by our patrons. That is the reason the show can exist. We are so grateful to our patrons. You can go to patreon.com/thedungeonrun to support the show on a number of levels. There's all kinds of cool stuff. Katie, tell the folks what you posted this week just for patrons on Patreon.
Just for patrons on Patreon, I posted a song. This doesn't happen very often, but I wrote a song for a last episode, and then we got to the moment where I thought maybe I'd sing it, and it wasn't right. It didn't need a song. It needed a conversation. So I put the song on Patreon.
Unreleased B-side from Lily Dumblestuck.
That's basically what my unreleased songs is what I'm putting on Patreon right now.
So that's the kind of thing. We also do an entire other show, a talkback show on Mondays, recapping the show, and the cast participates, talking about what we were thinking about, breaking down all the show. It's called the Dungeon Cooldown. That's exclusive, the VOD exclusive to patrons. So check that out. See ways that you can support the show. Also, there are ways to support the show in real time as you watch on Twitch. You can purchase Advantage and Disadvantage. You can purchase balloons, which feel like applause. We love those. In fact, we got a couple of balloons already from Witch Space and from a jar full of bees.
Yay!
Thank you.
We also
We
got
really
lots
appreciate
of
those.
cheers coming through too. That's much appreciated.
Indeed it is.
Thank you.
Cheers and subs.
And we have this ongoing tug of war between Team Force of Good and Team Force of Evil. So you can designate your balloons as being Team Force of Good or Team Force of Evil. You can also go for the big guns and really drop the bomb on the show with a potato for Team Force of Good, as we just got one from References Needed, which is a great name. A gold potato, hugely generous, and it really impacts that tug of war between the Team Force of Good and Team Force of Evil. Gold potatoes, evil yams for Team Force of Evil. And that tug of war goes back and forth. So Team Force of Good crushing it right now at 91%.
Whoa!
Team Force of Evil with 9%.
Wow.
Last week, the Team Force of Good squeaked out the victory, which
Quite a battle.
means a Force of Good card will be in effect through this entire episode. And I will reveal what that is now.
Yay.
These cards are submitted by you, our viewers, as well. And you can do that by visiting our website. Find out how you can submit ideas for future Team Force of Good or Team Force of Evil cards. This one is titled Dungeons and Digits Math Class.
Oh,
And it was submitted by Primary Boov.
I'm excited. Go
Primary
on.
Boov.
Okay.
Primary boo.
So this card that will be in effect this entire session says, once during this session, each player may add up to 10 to any single D20 roll at the cost of subtracting that much from their next roll.
Okay.
So we can add up to
Wow.
10 to a roll, but we have to subtract that same number to the second roll.
Yeah, and I was thinking this one through, and I realized that you guys might want to attempt to game the system by doing some important roll and then being like, and then I want to look around. So I'm not going to allow any shenanigans like that. Your
But that's
second
like-
roll has
But
to
my
be.
brain already
That's-
came up
But that's
with that.
what we do. That's
I know.
that's
But
who
I wanna
we are,
track
shenanigans.
I'm going to be on shenanigan watch on
I
this
want to
one.
roll a
so.
survival check.
All right, so now you know everything you need to know.
Well,
Wait,
there's
I have
one
one
more
more
thing.
thing.
Jessica has one more thing.
One more thing.
I'm seeing a couple of comments in chat. You are noticing that we now have new sub badges. We have Lord Araban's beautiful skull as the badge. Sorry about the pebbles. They
a
are
cat
fighting in the
dog going
background. So if you subscribe to our channel, you get that pebbles. Stop. if you subscribe to the channel,
very excited.
you get this icon. We also are interested in upgrading the flare per sub level. So if you guys have ideas for that or suggestions, throw it in Discord. We do look at that, and we would like to know what you would like. And also, I'm seeing some funny comments about the clamshells in place of community points. So you can, by watching the show, consistently earn those channel points and do fun things like modify an emote, highlight the message so others can see it more clearly, etc. So we thank you for your support, and those are some fun things we have new this week.
Wow.
Thank you, Jessica.
You're
Thank
amazing.
you, Jessica.
All right, it's time.
Twitch Maven.
Let's light the torch. It started as a simple dungeon run. 5 strangers linked by fate forged into a team the moment they discovered a mysterious item trapped in crystal. Unable to identify it, they sought help from a wizard by the name of Torvald the Timid. Torvald told them that they had found an important relic from a time lost to history, the Secret Keeper's amulet. He and his magical order were searching for the Wardens, enormous elemental warriors who had protected Ain for centuries. The Secret Keeper's amulet was connected to those Wardens and allowed those who carried it to see into their minds, to uncover memories wiped from their consciousness, a vision into a past that no one remembered. Torvald took the team to the location of a fallen lodestar, a tower that once rested on the clouds, now collapsed and ruined on the ground. Inside, they found the lodestar's caretaker, a sky child named Diptha, injured and barely breathing. She told the team that she had survived an attack and that another lodestar still in the sky had been seized by a mad scientist named Fardinald Urtenfurt. When they arrived at the lodestar, they found it transformed, overtaken by technology, and turned into a floating prison. Shackled and restrained inside was a 100-foot-tall warden, crackling with electrical energy. The heroes of Bingle defeated Urtenfurt, freed the warden, and sent the lodestar crashing to the ground. But in the ensuing days, a battalion from the orcish city of Ukdun discovered the wreckage and tried to claim the warden for themselves. Uggo challenged their leader, Grolago, to a contest of strength, but the amulet transported the team into the warden's mind before the fight concluded. With the aid of other Natural Order wizards, the heroes tracked down and freed 2 more wardens, learning along the way about the Cabal that had been capturing them. A mighty sorceress known as the Ashen Mage had assembled a group of formidable foes to subdue the wardens one by one and extract their power. The Ashen Mage even sought to recruit Fahima into her cabal, but Fahima refused, narrowly escaping with powerful items and information stolen from the sorceress's own lair. Meanwhile, the Orcs of Ukdun were using their encounter with Uggo to advance their own agenda. For years, the two major Orcish cities, Ukdun and Thorn, had been at odds. The angry and spiteful Orcs of Thorn refused to aid Ukdun in its war against the dwarves. When Uggo fled Thorn after the death of his father, every orc in the tribe thought that he too was dead. Uggo's brother, Brakka, became war chief, the undisputed strongest of the orcs. But Grolago came to Thorn with news that Uggo lived. Grolago and his war party had returned to Torvald's camp and taken Torvald and Diptha prisoner. He offered the captives in exchange for Thorn's assistance in battling the dwarves of Daltothum and Vimdur. Brakka knew that his twin brother was the only real threat to his control of Thorn. With Uggo alive, doubt remained as to who should truly lead. He had to assert his dominance, to demonstrate to the entire tribe that he was the strongest. Brakka accepted Grolago's offer, unifying Thorn and Ukdun under the same banner, and took Torvald and Diptha as bait to draw Uggo back, to bring him to Thorn's most sacred place, the Underfury, and defeat him in single combat in front of the tribe. Learning that Torvald and Diptha were being held in Thorn, the heroes of Bingle knew they had to rescue them, so they traveled north through Taif and into lands teeming with terrifying new creatures. Demons unleashed on the realms from a strange explosion that had radiated across the continent. In Civ's hometown of Olsvach, their plans to steal an object from another of the Ashen Mage's accomplices went awry, costing them their Vardo, one of their Achirai birds, and much of their confidence. Not wishing to repeat their experience of marching headlong into a hostile city, they decided not to go directly to Thorn, but instead to find an ally on the outskirts of town. Uggo led the team to a hidden grotto, a commorancy tucked between the river and jagged rock, where the woman he called Human Momma resided. He had told the group that she had saved his life, caring for him in the days and months after he left the city wounded and nearly dead. They discovered that Human Momma was named Lesliana, a researcher of Ain, living amongst a group committed to studying the Orcs of Thorn. As scientists, they vowed to observe and not interfere in world events. But Lesliana had broken that essential vow when she had nursed Uggo back to health and set him free. She was not pleased to see Uggo because it meant Brakka's plan to lure him back had worked. She warned Uggo that Brakka had been acting even more erratically, commanding groups of orcs to hunt the demons in the woods, not to eradicate them, but to subsume them. These hunting parties dressed themselves in demon skins and called themselves Tanaruk, the demon-blooded. The team hatched a plan to lure Brakka away from the Underfury. James cast his dream spell, allowing Uggo to craft a nightmare in Brakka's mind. But moments before the spell was cast, James was visited by his dark patron, Shothrogot. When Uggo finally stepped into the dream, he found his twin staring back at him, looking much different than he remembered. Sickly and drowned, Brakka taunted Uggo, even as Uggo tried to goad his brother into leaving the Underfury and meeting him at the giant tree where they had buried their birth mother. As we ended last week, the team bedded down in the Commorancy, the research facility south of Thorn. James, unable to sleep, seemingly no longer needing to sleep, while the rest of the team drifted off. And in that moment, each of them felt a sensation, a pull, slight and at the edge of their awareness, a stirring, smoldering feeling of rage. That is where we will pick up this week.
Jeff,
Yes.
before everyone else wakes up, there's one or two things I'd like to do
Right.
with my extra time over the night.
Okay.
The first, I've already cast one dream spell tonight, but there's an appointment I need to keep. And I'm going to cast another dream spell to the cheesemonger.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, did you think I was done?
James' ongoing transformation into Freddy Krueger.
I'm not. Not done with you, buddy.
I'll see
No.
you in your dreams.
All right.
Oh bueno. No, thank you.
All right. What would you like to do, James?
I would like to create a dream that of probably a very powerful feeling moment for him, which is I would like to recreate the moment that they confronted us at the bottom of the stairs. Him
Okay.
standing a few steps up, the Ashen Mage right behind him grandly, them both looking very intense and intimidating, and the four of us, Uggo, Lily, Civ, and myself, standing there in abject terror at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
Basically, when he comes to wakefulness or whatever in this dream,
Mhm.
he will be walking down the stairs towards us with a sword in his hand.
All right. You wait until the dead of night when you are fairly certain the cheesemonger has gone to sleep, and you cast your dream. The spell actually itself not even going off until its subject is sleeping. And then you feel yourself transported into that place, into that vision that you have crafted that looks indistinguishable from reality. You're using all the detail that you recall in your mind to recreate that incredible mansion that the cheesemonger lived in, and those opulent stairs that went up to the second floor, and you watch as he walks towards you down them, confident, angry, staring at you with those guards on either side of your team, seemingly unaware that he is in a dream.
And I'm basically replaying the moment of him walking up to Civ and threatening him.
You see him hold his finger out.
And then
It was you.
he freezes. And he feels a wave of energy as it's as if he can't move. Now, and he looks back, or if he's able to, out of his peripheral vision, he sees that the Ashen Mage has cast a spell on him and has paralyzed him.
So I would say we have gotten into nightmare territory.
Correct. Another wisdom saving throw, please.
All right. I have advantage from Chef Scott 68 that has been countered by Fenderil.
Thank you both.
And while I'm at it, I should tell you that we got 2 evil yams, one from references needed and the other from references needed. I wish we knew who that was, but we need references. Thank
Incredible.
you, references needed. So now Team Force of
References
Evil.
needed doesn't need any references.
Well, clearly not.
Oddly enough.
Reputation precedes references needed. So Team Force of Evil is now in the lead with 65%.
Got it.
35% for Team Force of Evil. Okay, here I go. Rolling. 12.
Fail.
All right.
So he is stuck there, frozen, in front of Civ. And he feels the Ashen Mage approach to him and walk right past him and touch Civ on the shoulder. And Civ can move, smiles right at the cheesemonger, draws a dagger, steps forward, and says to him, "No alliance lasts forever," and stabs him in the heart. And that's it.
The dream ends. Whew, vicious.
Yeah!
Vicious.
He takes, oh my goodness, I'm rolling very good on these damage rolls for these. He takes 15 points of psychic damage and he loses his
15.
long rest.
All right. Somewhere the cheesemonger wakes up with a start, very unhappy and in pain. All right. 15 points of damage.
Correct.
Is there something else that you wanted to do?
The only other thing I would like to do, spend my time, is I know that
Point of reference. I go for the neck, not the heart. The neck.
Copy.
Okay.
Good to know for next time. Thank you. He would, James would like to spend the rest of his time studying the map of Thorn that Civ created. Basically, I'm trying to look for Uggo's how Uggo got out of the Underfury.
Mm.
If there's
Yeah.
any clue as to how or where there might be something, cave, tunnel, anything.
Right. Well, of course, you know, the map that Civ made was in talking to the
Right.
researchers of Vine who had disguised themselves as animals with their ability to wild shape into animals and been inside. None of them had reported actually being inside the Underfury.
Mhm.
They have a sense of where it is in relation to the rest of the city of Thorn.
Mhm.
But as far as the inner workings of that place, there's no sense of that on the map or related to Civ in any way. But you certainly see a number of entrances and exits to the city, all of them well guarded and protected. I mean, it is a city of warriors, and they clearly have their entrances well guarded. But I don't think you're able to glean anything as to a way out of the Underfury itself, because you're not even sure how to get into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I guess I was trying to go off of Uggo's description as if he was almost lifted or taken out, and I guess I don't know if that meant that he found some sort of secret passageway or something, and maybe that's what I was looking for.
Right.
Something that would be anything, an exit or yeah. But
Well, why don't you roll me a survival check, and we'll see if you're able to glean anything else from that. You have advantage from the Carson.
thank you, the Carson, and I will guide myself on that as well.
All right.
Not good. Not good. Yikes. That's an 8.
I mean, you've looked at maps of a lot in your time in the library at Nightstone, but as good a job as Civ seems to have done in recreating what he was told or composing what he was relayed, you're not finding any way of putting together any kind of information that would help with regard to the Underfury.
All right.
And I did ask specifically about the Underfury, right?
Yeah, I mean,
From
like
the
I
different
said, none
people.
of them, this is a sacred orcish place. It's not like they
Right.
would have brought their animals in.
True.
So none of the researchers have any specific firsthand knowledge of that.
I can add up to 10 to that roll? Ooh.
Yeah, but then you get -10 on whatever you roll next.
I'm going to take it.
Okay.
I'm
What
going to
was
take
the
it.
original roll?
An 8, so an 18.
All right, so when you take a look at it again and you feel somewhere, someplace, somehow the amulet flash and blink twice. And as you stare at this hand-drawn map, you start to see how the city flows, how the relationship of the buildings, everything seems to sort of be moving toward that center point, moving in toward the Underfury itself, as if it's all you know how Disneyland is made to move people through in a specific way. It's that kind of idea where
So they all get funneled through the gift shop at
Yeah.
one point, and then back into
an orchestration to put all the emphasis of the city onto this place. It is a
Orchestration.
yeah. It is design. It seems you are picking up on a level of design that was not first apparent to you by looking at the structure of as if this entire city was built around and for this focal point.
Okay. That's something. Thank you.
Mhm.
That'll do me for the rest of until everybody wakes up, probably.
All right. So all of you, as you come awake, and many of you, bunking next to each other. Go ahead, Fema.
I just wanted to say before everybody wakes up as well, can the Ashen Mage's spellbook copy that's in the bag of holding,
Yep.
right?
Two of
Okay.
them, don't we?
Couple of them.
I think we got 2 of them.
Yeah, we have two.
I want to say that Fahima has been attempting to learn Whispering Sands out of the Ashen Mage's spellbook, since she, unsuccessfully cast it last time, and it's clear that she still needs to learn this spell. So, should I roll to see if I could sneak that out of the bag, or can we say I just got a hold of it at some point?
Well, it depends. Do you want your teammates to know that you are doing this or not?
It's not necessary that they know.
But then I definitely would need you to roll a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, you're gonna try to pick Siv's pocket?
Siv's the one carrying it?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess
I sleep with that thing under my shirt, girl.
It's like the fruitcake all over again.
Okay, so I guess yeah.
Why don't you just
not the
ask?
fruitcake.
Ask.
You're asleep, Jared.
You can't ask if you're asleep. So yeah, so this is how to play out. Fahima will wake up. She's gone to bed thinking to herself, "Why can't I learn the spell? It's frustrating. I need to just have a look. I need to have a look at it." So but I'm not quite ready to share that. It's not a good look to be cracking out the Ashen Mage's spellbook. Meep. I'm just gonna get it. I'm just gonna get it. He's sleeping. I don't want to wake him up. He looks so peaceful. It's had a long day.
I sleep with a dagger. I'm
Yeah.
literally holding a dagger like a dolly.
You're still sleeping.
Like a dolly.
Yeah, so Fahima's gonna
Why does this dagger have a hair on it?
Ugh.
And a
walk
little
up
face and a dress.
walk up to Civ and scope it out. You said that you are you serious? You put the bag of holding inside of your clothes when you sleep?
Yeah, because it got pickpocketed, remember? I said I wasn't ever going to have it out on my belt again. Because that little kid jacked it from me.
All right, how hard does this look to sneak out? I'll just roll for it. Whatever.
Yeah, roll a sleight of hand check.
Just don't stab me, okay?
You have advantage.
Now
You
she
have
says.
advantage from Whisper Josephine, countered by Witch Space.
You usually ask that of a person when they're awake to hear you.
Hey, don't
Oh,
stab it.
I'm gonna use my lucky die.
Do it.
You also have
got
a
it.
plus 10. Remember,
Yeah, I was
you have
going
a
to
plus 10,
say,
you can
you're
take a
probably going to
minus
want to
10
add
too.
that on there.
Here.
She's absolutely gonna do this. It's gonna be amazing.
Gonna
What
be
am I?
great.
What am I rolling?
Sleight of hand. Yeah,
Sleight of hand?
and Civ, why don't you roll me a perception check?
At
You have advantage from the
disadvantage.
Carson, but I'm gonna give you disadvantage because you're sleeping.
Sure.
So
I'm
straight roll.
I'm at straight roll? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. She looks like she rolled well.
You did.
He's really good at perception, though.
Huh? No, I rolled bad. I only got a 9.
17.
There you go.
All right. So
I knew it. I knew it was gonna go well.
Fahima, you reach your hand.
She got real lucky because I was not going to be nice.
You reach your hand down and press it along the fur right on his neck. You feel the hairs of the fur, of the tabaxi fur, almost
soft.
tickling your hand as you bring your hand down. And
I can see why they
the,
like
the
them.
heat, your sort of innate heat as a fire genasi, your innate heat sort of causes Civ to stir for a second. And you think for a moment that your goose is cooked, but he's still sleeping, and you manage to reach your hand into the bag of holding. You don't even pull the bag of holding out. You just reach your hand directly into the bag of holding, envision in your mind the thing you want to pull out of it, and it appears in your hand.
Is this when I reach up and like curl my tail around her and start saying things about Lily and bringing her in closer and closer?
Yes. All right. So Fahima will take the remaining time before the others wake up to just crack into that and study Whispering Sands.
Okay. It would take, obviously several hours for you to master it, but you can start working on that. Anybody else have anything they want to do, or are we coming to morning wakefulness?
Yeah, I'll sleep.
All right.
I'll
So everybody
get up and go find where they make breakfast and see if I can help.
Yeah, everybody, you wake up and you have this, even though you have had a full night's rest and you have replenished your health points and your spell slots and all the things mechanically in the game that we have, there's still this sort of sense of not having a fully restful night of sleep. There was this weird anger that you felt, this restlessness, this furtive, just kind of anger that was seeping into you as you tried to sleep through the night. And you managed to get the rest you needed, but it is certainly not lost on any of you that this agitation carries over a bit. It's you feel like yourselves. You don't feel completely affected by it, but it's something you were aware of during the night.
Is it gone in the morning, or is it still there?
Yeah, there's a lingering sensation of how it felt, a recollection of it, but there's no agitation in the morning.
When you wake up in the morning, you can tell something's clearly off with Uggo. He's going about his normal morning ritual with the Candle Queen, and as he lights out the 5 candles, one each representing the family, and the top candle representing the amulet, he lights the Fahima candle and the Lily candle.
How do the different candles look? How can we tell that which? I'm just curious.
Just in the air, he hasn't really had a chance to find different candles to represent each one of you, but they're laid out in a circle. There's 6 of them. The top one being the amulet, and then you notice that on the right and the top right and bottom right are lit this morning, and that's what he identifies. You can hear him say a little prayer to each of them. Candle Queen, please help me make Lily feel better and nourish the family, and please help passion rise in Uggo as he faces the day thanks to a Fahima. That kind of thing.
Very nice. All right.
And even though you all wake fairly early, the commercy is already up and going. It seems that there is activity throughout the night in shifts. This is a workplace. It is not just people preparing food or getting ready. It is people tending to activities all around the facility. So they're, operating apparatus, preparing excursions into the surrounding areas, dealing with a number of things in the front of the place. They're collecting samples. All that stuff it seems to be working like clockwork, like a daily routine.
Can I go check on the 2 birds, the bear and the horse?
Mm-hmm. They seem to be well fed and cared for, fairly content over the night. You don't notice anything to be alarmed by in the morning.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I was going to say, Civ would probably say either on his way out or when he gets back, do I need to prepare the horses and the bear and the horse, the bear, and the 2 birds, or are we going on foot?
I think we should probably go on foot. If Thorn is only a day, or less than a day's travel, and we're probably going to need to be at least a little stealthy, the birds may not be appropriate.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Lily.
Good morning.
Lily will come in and bring like a basic breakfast to everyone.
Oh, Lily, I was looking for you.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, hi.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
I was thinking that maybe we should all put our heads together and decide what we want to do today so we're all on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I had a weird sleep, and it just feels like maybe we could all use to just get on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go enough sleep well either.
Oh, I'm sorry, Uggo. Some nights it's like that, right?
Yes.
What do you... Is that... I mean...
Sounds like a song is coming.
I guess I could sing one if you need me to.
I would love that.
That
you
would
sing?
be amazing.
Yeah.
Go
Carol, what you say yes to?
dealing with sadness.
Ooh,
Go handling rage. Go dealing with Brakka. But he's eager to turn page.
Wow! Well done.
Hey, I want to say that we got some potatoes. We got 2 gold potatoes from Reference Needed.
Whoa!
Wow.
Reference
Also
needed.
gave
Dang.
another evil yam. So reference is needed.
Wow.
We really
Playing
do.
both sides against the other. I don't think I need references. I think I need a clear understanding. We appreciate the support. It is extraordinary. Also, a gold potato from the Wookiee King and a evil yam from Neofet 3. Thank you so much for those. Extremely generous. That brings the current total of the tug of war to Team Force of Good, 51%.
Whoa.
Team Force of Evil, 49%.
Squeaking.
Whoa.
It's a squeaker.
I'll go. How are you feeling? I know you just sang, but I mean, after the conversation with Brakka last night, I think Lily's right. I think we should come up with what we want to do. But I mean, a lot of that depends on you. I don't want to put more pressure on you than maybe there already is.
I'm gonna need to be stronger. Lots of emotion here.
Yes.
Not all of it rage.
Right.
Uggo,
Yeah.
is the tree on the way to the Underfury by chance?
Tree is
Directionally
outside of Thorn. Underfury in Thorn.
speaking. Right, but would we go by the tree on the way to the Underfury? I'm just trying to outline our agenda to be most of the time efficient, you know.
Yeah, Uggo think we should go to Tree and spy. See
Okay.
if Brakka take bait. I
Did
am
we-
not sure Brakka would have taken bait.
Did we pass the tree on the way here?
No.
Okay.
So
We
I
came
would've
up from the south.
Right. Right. Okay.
I need to tell you something.
Okay.
all of us?
What's up?
Uggo has been plagued with nightmares.
I'm sorry.
They are memories, I think. Recollection of something dark. I think it is Uggo's fear. And I let that fear make decision. Underfury is dangerous. More than just because in center of Thorn. Even now I can feel it draw. I must be careful of my rage here.
Or else what? You become like Brakka?
Yes. Come like thorns, orcs like. It makes you feel powerful. Make you feel invincible.
You're much
Yes.
stronger. You're much stronger now than you were the last time you were here, and you have friends.
Yes. Uggo told Brakka to go to Tree because Uggo thought that would set him off, make him emotional. Near Mama's death may be able to remind him of things. I am afraid Brakka is already gone. And what is left is Underfury. Maybe we should just go to Underfury. I don't know. I'll go afraid.
I'll go. I've been afraid since the day we all started adventuring together, but I mean, we all are here for each other, and the only way that we're able to do any good as a group is if we face our fears. And this one's very big for you, I understand that. But when I had to go to Bingle, I was very afraid. Afraid of what I'd see. But it was helpful because you were there. And you gave me strength in that moment, so maybe we can give you strength in this moment. And sometimes you need your friends to push you a little bit outside of your comfort zone and into your fears, if those fears are going to help you help other people.
You help me every day. Every moment I am awake, even when I am not. It is like Candle Queen. You're right. Uggo should face fear. Uggo has
Not
thought.
alone, though.
No, I would hope you would come with me to Underfury.
Yeah. And to be very honest, I'm terrified. Just if we're being transparent.
There is opportunity here. Brakka does not have full control of orcs, yet calls himself war chief.
Okay.
If we face him in Underfury, and Uggo defeat him, Uggo becomes war chief.
Does that mean you can order the orcs away from the battle with the dwarves? Then it would
think
just
so.
be Ukdum, yes?
Yes, but I'm not sure. I have only ever witnessed loser lose his life before orcs listen. So I cannot kill Brakka. I
Do you
can
want
defeat
me
him.
to kill him?
No.
Then what do you want?
I want to fix Brakka. I want to show him family and the power of the Candle Queen. I want to bring her to Heart of Orcs.
What if he does not give you this choice? What if he forces you to make a decision between his life and all the other people that will suffer if he is not eliminated?
We'll hope that Candle Queen will help him make the right decision. If I have to choose between Brakka and self versus the rest of the world, that is easy choice.
Is Lesliana around?
She's not in earshot. You'd have to go look for her.
Uggo, I'm curious more and more about, besides the blood of the demons, which I've only been around recently, where Brakka came about this power, where he came into contact with it. Is there something, some place, some source? You mentioned, I know we struggled to remember it, but the Banished.
Yes.
Where are they? Were they these orcs who had been exposed to this dark power? They were banished. They were sent away to caves, or what happened?
The Banished, they are like unnamed gods. Much like orcs have name for Candle Queen, Amanda, and others. The Banished are those we dare not name.
Is there a place that the Orcs of Thorn know that they are? Know that the Banished, that they associate with the Banished, or is it they're just
The
around?
Underfury.
That explains a lot.
Now you know why I don't want to go there.
That explains a lot. Okay.
Especially you. Bring you in like beacon. I think. Maybe
Well-
Shother got smarter than that.
Maybe
If
we both.
If Torvald is there, we don't have a choice.
Yes.
That is why we are here, is to rescue Torvald.
True.
This is what Uggo think we should do. Lilia's right. Face fear. Especially with all of you with me. Stronger. Not alone like was last time. Candle Queen is with me. I hope her light can reach there.
Well, my fire.
I will bring her light there! I will bring it to them! We should spy on Tree. If Brakka shows up, we fight him there. Or I fight him there. If he does not, then we march straight through Orc City, head held high, calling Brakka coward as I walk. Straight to the Underfury.
Uggo, from what
Yes.
you know of my capabilities, how can I help?
Well, your passion is what inspires me, so bring your fire. Bring your passion.
That I can do.
We can help you hold it.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay, so just to be clear, the agenda is tree check-in, quick regroup, maybe a lunch break, just because it's going to be a long day, and then march to the Underfury. I put in here laugh about how scared we are because laughter is the best medicine, but it sounds like we're going to need to put in something about how Brakka is a coward. Did I hear that right?
I can handle all of that. But
Okay,
yes.
great. I just want to put that on here so someone has that responsibility. Okay, and then face currently evil twin. I put currently underlined just so we know. Show him the light and then play the rest by ear depending on how Brakka reacts to that.
Good agenda.
Okay.
Can
Let's
you
do it.
add? Can you add save Torvald to that list?
Oh yeah, great. Ugh, that's
And
the whole
Oh, that is
point.
gold. That
we
is
need
gold.
we need to locate Diptha. I hope. Just because she didn't answer that sending once, I hope that doesn't mean the worst.
Perhaps Torvald will know what happened with Diptha.
Perhaps I
I'll put
can
him as
read it out
one
of
line
Brakka.
item, and then we can get information and go from there.
my
I
favorite thing about the fact that we're producing the show ourselves now is to realize that Katie does this for us in real life.
I was thinking that same thing.
exactly what she does.
Hey, I want to thank a couple more potatoes. We got references needed, dropping another gold potato and another
Whoa.
evil yam.
Whoa!
References needed.
Are you?
Unbelievable.
Is this like a Yojimbo situation? You're trying to pit the two sides against each
I don't
other
know.
and
I
escalate?
don't know what it is, but I love it. J Neofet 3 donated 2 more evil yams. This is extraordinarily
Dang.
generous. Thank you.
Dang.
It does
Neofet.
put Team Force of Evil in the lead with
Yeah.
57%.
Yeah.
We also got some balloons from Gateway Guy and
Wow.
Danae if the night.
Diana?
Diane if the night.
Yeah.
Diane, probably
Diane of the night.
typo there.
Diane of the night.
Diane of the night. It is written incorrectly, but that's okay.
Sure, Jeff.
I'm
Sure.
I'm throwing somebody else under the bus on that one. All right, so are you guys leaving town now? Are you headed north?
I think we should take at least the horse, just in case we need something to carry
I mean,
something.
it'll
Good
look pretty
idea.
cool if Uggo rides in on a horse too, or a
That
bear.
ends- no offense, but it's not as intimidating if there is a gnome riding on the back of Uggo when he is threatening
Oh yeah, no, I won't do that.
Brakka.
Keep that in mind.
So
Can I offer a slight addendum to the list, which might be to use the earring that we know Brakka has now to continue to further the taunt to get him to come to the tree? Is that what we're looking to try to get? Is that how we would prefer the day go?
It doesn't.
Yes.
Oh.
Because then we can choose to go to Underfury on our own accord. If I defeat Brakka at the tree, I still become War Chief. Then we can go to Underfury as we choose, rather than straight there to fight Brakka.
I think the odds are pretty low that he's going to come to the tree, but it's worth
I
a shot.
agree. I
It's
do
worth-
not expect him to be there.
Should we earring him at the tree?
If he doesn't show up, that is my plan, yes.
So go to the tree, send him an earring. If he doesn't show up, and then I guess like
I'll tell him that I am on his
take his
way.
temperature on where his rage is at with if he's planning on coming to the tree or not, since we didn't really set a time. And then
Yeah.
if it sounds like he's like thinking about it, we can taunt him. And then if it sounds like it's not an option, we march right in.
Okay.
Okay.
I will go get the horse ready.
The earring is just so hot, and whoever ear,
5
I'm
minutes.
just eliminating who has to use it so much. It's so warm.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
I'll
Dan.
go outside actually, and while he's getting the horse, I will work on ritual casting Phantom Steed to bring Nightfall along to the party at least for an hour.
Ooh,
All right.
cool.
Uggo's gonna go find Human Momma.
Okay. You find her out in the front, tending to some of the apparatuses that are used to looks like take measurements of temperature out there. She's got a not a clipboard, but a surface that she's writing on, taking notes. Oh. Yes, Uggo?
Sorry for interrupting your proceedings.
It is no trouble.
Mama.
I hope you have used your evening to come to a suitable conclusion.
Yes, Mama. I have to ask you something. I have not talked to you in a long time. Uggo is struggling with remembering things. Where did you find Uggo?
I found you in the woods, south of Thorn. I was not in a human form at that time, but I transformed back and knew immediately that you were... Well, I thought you were dead. And I thought, what an interesting opportunity for study. But it became clear to me that you were clinging onto life. And so I alerted some of the others, and we brought you back here and put you in the cage.
Yes. I never tell you this. Thank you.
Uggo, it is I who should be thanking you. You brought so much to our research. You opened our eyes. And you... I care for you very deeply, Uggo. I hope you understand that.
I love you too, Mama. Thank you for sharing.
I'm prepared to give you another hug now.
Okay. This time Uggo will lift her, ever so slightly. Squeeze her hard, enough that she knows that this is... I'm trying to keep her close, and then Uggo will put her down. If I do not return, know that in the afterlife, I will watch over you.
So you are going?
Yes.
I will not interfere.
I understand. And it is okay.
Uggo. Do whatever you must to ensure your survival. It is of the utmost importance to me.
Sometimes we sacrifice things for the work and things we care for.
I hope today is not that day.
Me too. Okay. I love you, Mama. I'm leaving.
Uggo, one more thing. Keep up your reading.
Yes, ma'am.
And she turns back and starts reading the instruments in front of her.
Mama. Uggo turns to leave and then turns around. Mama. And he pulls the auctionery. Keep this. You'll never forget Uggo.
I will never forget you anyway, Uggo. This is a useful tool for you.
And make another. That is also a useful tool for you and your emotions.
I will cherish it. and she writes. You see her open the page, and she writes, CHERRIS. Closes the book.
Uggo will depart.
So Civ has procured the horse. It obediently leaves that little pen area.
His name's Viper, by the way.
Viper, I like it.
The horse's name is Viper.
It
Whoa.
is.
The window viper?
Window Viper. Come to wipe your windows.
So if you are all ready, you start making your way north. You have to leave, again, by way of the river through that foliage, that sort of jungle barrier.
Jeff, may I very quickly before we leave? I'm so sorry. One more thing.
Mhm.
I would literally like wait, and James will someone else can get on Nightfall, whatever, and I would like to run back to Leslie Hanna.
Okay. So you stand.
Sorry.
The four of you stand there with this glowing, translucent steed made out of blue smoke standing in front of you, like.
Sorry. I'll be right back. Madam, I have an odd question. You seem
kind.
Excellent. You seem very intelligent and educated, and I'm sorry that we did not get proper time to exchange notes, but I truly think we could be of great use to each other. Would you sign this book?
She looks at the book, and it appears to her like a black splotch in space hovering there.
I'll be able to communicate with you at all times through a sending spell that goes through the book.
She looks to her left and looks to her right to see that none of her colleagues are watching her. This appears to me a highly unwise endeavor to bind myself in some way to your magics.
I promise not to abuse it.
If you promise me to keep me updated on Uggo's status.
Happily.
She signs her name.
Thank you.
Be safe.
I will shake her hand. Thank you.
It was a pleasure making your acquaintance.
You as well. Thank you. I'll hurry off. Sorry, I'm back.
Is there a high-level warlock invocation where you get to like swallow someone's soul if it's in your book?
I love this. He's like a door-to-door salesman, you know? He's like,
It feels, I think I said on the cooldown a couple weeks ago, it starts to feel like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, if you sign your name in this book, all the people below you have to give you money. It's just how it works.
And then you get 4 more people to sign your book.
I'm looking to sell a set of black hole encyclopedias. Don't know if you'd like one.
All right. So,
Yes, that's going to be super useful. I'm super glad. Okay, great.
So I think that's your last one, right? That's your fifth?
That is 4 for now. I can remove people from them if
Right.
need be.
Yeah.
Hey,
All
you
right.
can
So
unsign your book.
Yes.
So this motley crew of one horse, another phantom steed, and which of you is riding and which of you is walking? I would assume maybe Lily is riding.
I want to get more used to the horse. So I'd like to ride it, and Lily can ride behind me or in front of me, so that she doesn't have to walk.
All right. So you start moving your way through what is fairly dense forest and foliage. Like I said, you have to move along the river first and through that barrier, that false barrier that hides the grotto, the cormorants from outside eyes. You move through it and then veer north and start moving through dense thicket. It's slow going, but as you keep moving, things you kind of pick your way through, and you're finding a path. Uggo leading the way. Uggo, this is a very familiar very familiar kind of environment for you. Of course, you grew up around here. You recognize trees and bushes and bits of animals and those things, very nostalgic for you. And Civ, in a lesser sense, being here in the north, it is cold. We had the first snow just a couple of days ago, and it is cold. It is very reminiscent of the kind of country you grew up in as well. And you went into Orcish lands, you fought in Orcish lands. So the two of you certainly are able to lead the team and feel much more comfortable in this environment. And you move north, and Uggo starts leading you all toward this place of this great orc tree. And it takes the better part of the day, but you get there a little past midday, and you move. Go ahead.
I don't want to. I would have said at some point, let's not get too close. We want to observe it from afar. Yes, Uggo, Civ. Yes.
All right. I must say, references needed has bought 2 more: a gold potato and an evil yam.
Wow.
References needed.
Wow.
I don't know if you're some sort of conglomerate that has banded together numerous individuals, or you're just a very generous person.
Wow.
We are grateful. It's extraordinary. Thank you. It brings Team Force of Evil to 56%, Team Force of Good to 44.
Wow.
Thank you, references needed. A new name I'm not recognizing, but one I won't soon forget. That's
incredible.
All right.
This episode brought to you by References Needed.
Quite literally. All right. Uggo, roll me a perception check, please. You have advantage from the Carson, countered by Grim Fated.
Thanks, Grim Faded and Carson. Nope. Great roll. It was on a 20, and then it rolled to a 2. So we're going to say a 7 total.
Okay. So you look around and you find yourself a little disoriented.
Whoa.
Because the tree should be out in front of you.
Yeah.
It is enormous. It is the pride of Thorn, this great tree, this brilliant, majestic tree that's been around for decades and decades and decades. It is enormous. It is sacred in a lot of ways. It is a place where the orcs have buried a number of their kind. It is the roots of the tree are said to be the roots of the tribe. They are exposed and they twist and tangle all over this large, lush environment. And notable, beloved members of the tribe are often buried in among the roots to become parts of the roots of this community, this tribe, this city. But the size and scale of this tree, you should be able to see it.
Right.
And you start to doubt whether you have gone the right way. But you know this area like the back of your hand. You've been here many times, both as a child and certainly after your mother died. You came a number of times to visit her resting place. So you should see this tree rising above the others, but you don't.
As that goes along, it obviously visually upsets Uggo that something's missing. You see him looking in the general direction that you're heading, but tree is missing. Should be able to see from here.
What?
Do you want me to climb a tree and see if I can see it across the top of the tree canopy?
Yes, be careful.
All right, I'll hop off the horse and scale a tree.
It's big, you can't miss it. Huge roots.
Uggo.
Yeah.
Is it possible that it's an illusion? Like when James does that?
Oh. Could be, I suppose. We'd have to get closer then. But that was so far away. It's huge tree. I don't know, James, I don't know how big an area you can change with your spell.
Depending on the spell, it's possible. With hallucinatory terrain, yeah, it covers quite a broad ground. It can cover 150 feet up.
Uggo,
Yes.
is there a chance that they cut it down?
No. That would not make any sense. Orcs It is tree as close to God as gods are. It has been around longer than Thorn has. In fact, we believe that we lived in an under tree before moving into Thorn.
Civ, roll me a perception check. You have advantage from Iron Phoenix Gaming.
Cool. Thanks, Iron Phoenix. Oh, man, double fours. This is rough. Yeah, that's only an 11.
You climb to the top of the tree line, the canopy of trees, as you're looking out and over. You also don't see anything that would be notable as a tree larger than the others. But there does seem to be a gap, a hole in the canopy. You can't quite make out anything more than that, but there's certainly a...
I'll go, which way is the tree? Point.
And I point in the direction.
Is that where the gap is?
Yes.
There is a big gap. I don't see any tree.
What?
I said there is a big gap. I don't see any tree.
Lily, do you have the earring?
Yes.
May I have it, please?
Careful, it's hot.
Would he have moved it?
Uggo puts in the earring.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll be
attempts
scaling
to-
back down the tree and getting back on the horse.
Attempts to contact Brakka.
Right, and that sensation that Lily has felt so many times of your ear and neck and jaw starting to heat up as this magical item starts to send a signal, connect to its mate, its pair.
I'm not even sure that Uggo feels it because the fire that's coming up through his spine right now, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Brakka! You cut down Mama's tree? You cut down Thorn Tree?
You see my gift to you, Uggo.
I see gift. I'm bringing you one. I will meet you in Underfury, coward. You cut down Mama's tree. I'm going to kill you, Brakka. I am going to rip off your head. It pulls the earring out and throws it at Lily. Then he begins to march straight toward Thorn. If you're coming with me, you better follow.
Oh, Uggo. I will follow you to the end of the earth, but I think this is exactly what he wants right now.
Uggo does not stop. He continues marching very forcefully. towards Thorn.
Uggo, on the agenda, I have a regroup and a lunch break right now.
You would not lunch break if your mother had been murdered from you!
Uggo, stop it.
Lily, Ingo is gone!
Uggo, I'm gonna, if I can catch up to Uggo, grab.
I'll ride the horse
hands.
up to him so that you can do whatever it is that you want to do.
Uggo, I'm gonna lean off the horse and grab his face then. Uggo.
He dug up the beach!
Hey.
He tore down the buildings! The ancestors!
I know.
All of them! Gone!
Hey, look at me. Look at me. I know. Everything you're feeling right now is so real and so valid. But if we walk in there without you having your uggoness, your head on straight, if you will, Brakka has the upper hand. He knows what he's doing. He's not stupid. You said that many times. He's smart. Uggo, if we walk in there and you are reacting this way, honestly, he's gonna have the upper hand. And that is not to say that you're not right, because you are. What he did was abhorrent, okay?
It is more than that.
I know. There's no word. Language fails at this moment.
Yes.
I know. And I'll just reach over and give Uggo a huge hug.
He doesn't hug you back, but you see him.
Yeah.
And you feel his body, he's shaking, but you can feel the rage and anger begin to...
Hey, this rage that you're feeling, this anger that you're feeling, that is your power. But you use it on your terms, not on Brakka's. Okay?
You are right, Lily.
But that doesn't mean you don't use it.
I will.
So we're behind you, whatever you want to do. Are you ready to march in there?
As ready as Uggo is going to be.
Okay? Is there anything we need to know before we go into Thorn? Follow behind you?
We may die.
Yes. That seems to be the contingent most places we go.
Uggo looks at the rest of you. Are you prepared for that? We were not in Olsvach. Are we prepared now?
To die?
Yes.
No.
If need be.
No.
Then you should stay.
I don't believe in dying before I'm ready.
I had not thought of it as a choice before.
I'm pretty confident I won't.
She's the phoenix. Even if she dies, she will rise from the ashes.
Yes.
It's quite
Like Candle
romantic.
Queen. The more you talk, Fahima, the more I hear the Candle Queen in you.
I'm just saying, I don't think we should anticipate dying because I don't want to put that energy out there.
I understand. Thank you. James,
I'm ready.
be careful.
To die. Are we still answering the original question?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go and do what is needed with my friends and
We
to
can't
save off.
let Torvald to rot in an orcish prison.
No, you're
Absolutely
right.
not.
We need to do this for ourselves, for the Candle Queen, and most of all, for Torvald and Diptha.
The ones who brought us together.
Yes.
Are there
Uggo
guards?
is ready now.
Are there guards?
Yes, they will not touch Uggo.
I think the closer we stick to Uggo, probably the better. I think Uggo has a point that if we present this as an official challenge,
Do
Maybe
we
that'll
need to
help.
look like orcs?
Oh.
If Uggo take down Tree, like he did, he probably already knows who you are then.
You
But if
mean
he took-
Brakka?
If you... Yeah, sorry, yes, Brakka. Brain is so scrambled.
Well, do you want us to look like orcs? Will that give us more power? I can do that. I'll just have to be a child again.
No, we go in as we are.
Yes.
As Uggo always does. Uggo tell truth and be Uggo.
Yes.
That is what Uggo will do.
All right.
and if Brakka pulled down the tree and destroyed the tree, which you said has been a symbol of the gods and the ancestors, that means that was what he was trying to weaken and destroy in the people of Thorn. And no
Yes.
one represents the ancestors and the gods better than you, a paladin and a barbarian with a connection to his ancestors.
He probably angered a lot of orcs by taking down that tree.
That is
Made-
what Uggo believes as well.
Right.
Then
He
there will be
believes he has
orcs.
made the best choice. I think he has made the worst.
Then there will be orcs that back you.
Yes,
Good.
he
Right.
showed his hand.
It's a sign of weakness.
Yes.
All right.
Quick question. I do want to summon something, but I need a bit of time. So, should I be doing that now or waiting till we get in there? I don't want to bring an elemental in before it's necessary.
How
You can
close
only
are
have
we?
it for an hour, right? Once you summon it.
Oh, I think it's much less. I think it's only 10 minutes. Let's see. Yes, I don't think it's an hour. I think that's just... oh! It is an hour.
All right,
Nice.
then maybe when we're 30 minutes outside.
Jeff, what are the orcs' views on wizards and elementals and all that jazz?
Yeah, not good. I think it's pretty safe to say that they would not take kindly
Yeah.
to a giant fire creature or
Yeah,
ice
that's what I
creature
figured.
strolling into the city.
Yeah, I think it would
not
be
many
wise
people
if,
do.
if we waited for
Like-
that.
I'd love to go to a place where my elementals are welcomed with warm, friendly arms.
And
Go to that
Uggo
place next.
Uggo sort of
maybe?
realizes something.
Oh, you may want to change what Meep looks like.
Why?
Firebird?
Fahima looks over at Meep, who is fully chicken size now. She got rehatched at her juvenile
yeah.
age. It's getting a bit harder to disguise her. I don't. Meep.
Keep a low profile, but
Do you think you can turn down the flames a bit?
She starts to smolder, but she's still glowing.
So she just looks like a burnt chicken now.
ooh,
You
tasty.
see her like holding her breath, trying to like keep it low as much as possible. Not easy.
Curl that tail in a bit. The tail is what really sells it. That you're a phoenix. Yeah, just tuck it in. Yep, that's good.
That will have to do.
Oh man.
Let us go.
Okay, half hour out. I'm conjuring.
Oh,
Maybe.
No,
I don't know.
I don't think that is a good idea. I think
Not
the
a good
orcs
idea.
will attack us.
yes.
You'll
Oh, I
have to
thought you
wait.
said- Oh,
wait
sorry.
until we get inside of the city.
I thought that's what we said was the plan. I will wait
No.
until we get inside.
No, the orcs do not like fire
No.
wizards.
Uggo, are there no, as we walk, are there no advisors, trusted sages, anything like that of your father, of the older ways?
Thorn power struggle is literal.
Okay.
It is he or she who is strongest rule.
Okay.
No advice. Nothing.
Okay.
Word.
Absolute might is right.
Trying to think that maybe there were some friends, but maybe that not on the surface, but possibly, But okay.
In city, not that Uggo remember.
Okay.
All right, so we got a couple of more gold potatoes.
What?
Wow.
Wait.
I'll give you one guess as to who one of them is.
I was gonna
References.
go references needed.
Yeah, references needed. And
Your references are good. We're like
You don't need any more references.
No.
Honestly, your
We're good on
references
those.
is needed.
we're getting
You're
hired.
hired.
You're hired.
You're hired.
And then Kaladin Stormblessed, also,
Woo!
which is
Thank you,
from one
Kaladin.
of my favorite book series, the Stormlight Archive. It's a great character from that story.
Good name.
Book.
Good name.
So that brings us to get this, guys. Team Force of Good, 50%. Team Force of Evil, 50%.
What do we do if
let's-
it's a tie?
Let's get
I
inside
don't
the city.
know.
Let's get inside the city.
Let's go.
All right.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
So you all start moving through directly north. It is not far now. And as each step you take through this wilderness headed toward Thorn, this sense of agitation grows in the pit of your stomach. You almost are annoyed to have to keep walking this far. Someone will breathe heavy and you'll turn and feel a little upset at that. Why would you? You're just a little annoyed, a little frustrated. Just sense this growing sense of kind of. But
Lily, can you get your hair out of my face?
Hey, don't
Fine.
talk to her that way.
I'm on a horse. What am I supposed to do?
No, now you keep whipping your hair back.
That's the wind, Civ.
Why don't you just put it in a bun or cinch it up or something?
Have you ever had long hair?
No.
Okay, when you have had long hair, then you can talk to me about how to style it. Thank you very much.
All right, and Lily, while you're having this conversation, roll me a dexterity saving throw, please. You have advantage from Nomad PG.
What?
Oh, okay.
Somebody fireballing us?
No, because we're on the same horse.
Right.
17.
17. You move just out of the corner of your eye. You catch it as you're kind of bickering a little bit with Civ. You just out of the corner of your eye, you catch it. You turn and you dodge just as an apple flies past your head.
Can I catch it?
It's 17 on your dexterity saving throw. Sure. Yeah, you catch it.
I'll hold on to her so she doesn't fall off the horse.
What?
Do we see where the apple came
Can I look
from?
where it came from?
Yeah, roll me a perception check, Lily. You have advantage from Falstar.
I'm guessing the rest of us didn't really notice that.
Right, maybe Civ did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, since he was right on the horse.
I'd like to roll.
Okay.
Sure.
Advantage
You-
really helped me with that. Yeah, 23.
All right.
I don't need to roll then. That's
yeah.
fine.
Lily, you look up just as you hear wah, 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 wah. Excuse me. And they're on a branch.
What?
Oh no! Is it a hybrid?
Wait,
Plump
wait.
Hamlet.
pig with
Wait.
wings.
Yeah.
It's Hamlet!
You see in its eyes looking at you
Oh my god.
rage.
Oh no, Hamlet!
Around its mouth, frothing foam. Wee, 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 wee.
No, 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 no. Stop
is-
this horse.
Perched up
stopped the
on
horse.
a branch, its tiny little wings extended. It's a Pegasus.
No.
It's the Pegasus that you remember naming Hamlet.
The Hamulet.
What is wrong with it? It's
Fahima
foaming
cries,
from the mouth.
Hamlet!
Nobody hurt. Nobody hurt. Nobody hurt
Exactly!
Hamlet. Nobody hurt Hamlet. Hamlet is the original Hamlet.
Of course, of course.
Jeff, Uggo's gonna start looking around, make sure there's no orcs anywhere nearby, and
Sure,
like,
roll me
making
a
a lot of noise
perception
all of a
check.
sudden. Yeah.
This is
you have
the
advantage
first
from that
wave.
gamer's share, countered by Grim Fated.
First wave.
Oh, not
how they get you.
Hamlet.
First, the flying
Another
pigs.
2. I rolled another 2.
It doesn't-
7.
You don't see any orcs.
But I see Hamlet.
You see Hamlet. It's again up above you on a tree branch. This plump pig. It looks like it has Lily. With your perception check, it looks like it has scars on it.
But
It looks like it is filthy. It looks like it has
matted.
been through a lot.
It's
Okay.
a feral Pegasus.
Okay. I know this isn't our priority, but is there a way that we can just like maybe put it to sleep?
I'll go.
Speak with
Can
him.
I have the apple?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you may not even need to cast Speak with Animals because the Pegasi were
Celestial?
they spoke Celestial.
Oh, okay, great. Fahima's gonna
I gave you the apple too, Uggo, just so you know.
quickly pull out her celestial book and flip through to some vocab words. Okay. Focus. Hamlet? Hello? In celestial. We are your friends. Remember me?
It's rustling up. This pig in a tree on a branch, rustling, knocking things. There's clearly seems to be a fruit tree, and was eating stuff, and it is
Is it in the fruit? Is it
moving
growing
and,
through the
and
roots?
beating on the side of the thing with its head. It seems to be almost out of control of itself.
He's not responding to the celestial. Are you hungry?
And I'll go hold up the apple.
You
And
see
attempt
it
to-
swoop down, wings extended. These tiny little wings on the back of this plump, scarred, filthy pig with its snout extended, big kind of buck teeth coming out of it with this foam all around its mouth, and it swings out, mouth extended, at you holding this apple up. And it snatches the apple out, and it makes this big sweeping arc again, and then it spits it right at Lily again.
Jeff, just to let you know, as it grabs the apple and comes by me, I could technically get a reaction to attack it. And
could,
use
if you'd like.
Grapple it. Yeah.
I'll use grapple.
All right. So roll me your strength check. You have advantage from that gamer share, countered by Grim Fated.
Thank you, guys. Much better. Well, look at my strength here. My strength. Athletics? Can I use athletics, right? Since it's grapple? Or yeah, okay. So then that's going to be a 19.
Oh! I rolled a 19 as well, but I think she has a -1 strength.
Well, you
She
can
can
roll
use athletics.
acrobat-
she could use or
acrobatics.
Oh, yeah.
acrobatics.
Hamlet is
Yeah.
a she?
Yeah.
I think we used to call it he, she.
We don't remember. I
I
don't
don't
remember.
know if we ever. Yeah.
Chat, does
Little
anybody remember?
Hamlet.
That's a good trivia
Oh,
question.
yeah. So Dex is +2. So yeah, it squirms out. It's hard to catch a pig.
Use your amulet. Use your amulet, Ron.
Ooh, I don't wanna.
Okay, all right. Fine.
It's hard to catch a pig. So it's like you've seen in rodeos. It's difficult to catch a pig, and flying pig's even harder. So you try to grapple it. It swings by you, and it swoops around and spits the apple at Lily. Lily, if you could roll me another dexterity saving throw, you have advantage from Hadrian X.
Thank you, Hadrian X. Okay. Okay, 18.
18. So you again dodge it. If you want to catch it
Yeah.
again, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll catch it again,
It
and
seems to
then
be focused on you for some reason.
I'm gonna hold the apple out towards it in my hand still. Hamlet, and I'm gonna try and make eye contact with it. Hamlet.
And you see it fly up and hover in the air. These tiny little wings batting against the air.
Lily, remember? You want this apple?
Roll me an animal handling check. You have advantage from Chef Scott 68.
Oh, Chef Scott, thank you. Okay, I'm needing that advantage. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, 21.
21.
Yeah.
You see it. There seems to be some connection there, but its eyes are wild. It seems to be angry and distractive and furtive. Its glance popping all around. It's having a hard time focusing on you, but every once in a while you see this bit of recognition, this sense of knowing you in there.
It's me. It's me. It's me.
Okay. Could it be poisoned from the fruit?
It is like a rabid dog. It is like when dogs get sick and then they eventually lose their mind.
Or maybe a restoration spell or something.
Jeff, can I try and get closer to Hamlet?
I mean, you're on the back of the horse, so you could.
Is it?
lift
I
her
guess
up.
like how close is it? How close is it to me? Because you said it's on a branch. I guess I.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment it's hovering sort of right near you. It spit the apple at you and it's sort of hovering maybe 2 feet away from you.
Can I reach out and try and like touch it and see what happens?
Sure. You reach your hand out. You rolled that 21 on the animal handling. It recoils at first, but then sort of hovers there, wings flapping, looking at you. And it sort of allows your hand to get closer and closer.
If I can touch it, I'll do lesser restoration if I can get close enough
All right.
and see if that happens.
Your hand starts to glow with this magical energy as you sing your bardic song to manifest this arcane power, and you press your hand on the side of it, and you see it start to calm itself slightly.
There you go. There you go. It's okay. It's okay.
Jeff, the fruit.
Yeah.
I just want to check it, survival check it,
Sure.
kind of.
You have
make sure
advantage
it's
from that gamer
normal
share.
and-
Oh, I think we did that one already. You have advantage from references needed.
Thank you. References needed.
These
I needed
advantages are saving me
disadvantage.
there, but
I know, we're rolling.
I'm
Not great
rolling
so far.
poor on my
Well,
first
I rolled a
rolls.
nat 1 and a 16, so 21.
Short of tasting it, you don't see anything particularly strange about it, but you do definitely still feel this sense of frustration and annoyance in you. Uggo, for you, it is much more a familiar feeling. This is something that you draw upon in battle all the time. This is a connection that you have. You're able to feed that rage. But for the rest of you, it is less familiar, less natural. It is, but it is still undeniable that as you've moved closer to Thorn, things have gotten just a little annoying, frustrating. infuriating.
James, I do not think it is the fruit.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Are you feeling on edge?
I mean, more than normal. Yeah, probably a little bit.
Is there something you can do for us? Protect us from this?
Hamlet, just come here.
It moves towards you as you beckon it. It has softened a bit, but you still see its eyes are not quite right, a little glassy. It moves toward you, and you feel this pig skin in your hands. It's got scars. It's dirty.
Come
I
here, you little
wonder.
football.
Yeah. I'm going to approach Hamlet very slowly. If I need to use my animal handling check, trying to make a pig feel comfortable as I get close to it.
Right.
I'd like to touch Hamlet, and if I can, then I will spend 5 of my lay on hands to cure disease.
All right. So you have advantage from J Neophet 3 on your animal handling check.
Okay.
Thank you, Uggo.
I will try. Hopefully he will
I
let me
tried.
touch him.
It worked a little bit when I did lesser restoration. It helped.
I noticed. I
Softened.
don't know if this will be better.
Animal handling is 17.
All right. So you're able to. Lily has Hamlet in her arms, in her hands, and you are able to move over to the horse and where she has him and approach and lay out your hands, which also glow with the soft light of candles. And you cast.
It's just
Disease.
lay on hands. It's just lay on hands, so 5
right.
points of it will remove a disease.
Okay. It doesn't seem to be a disease, but you definitely sense that the pig itself is sort of calmed and a little more receptive to your behavior. It is basically more like you've calmed it. You've healed some of its actual wounds, and it seems to be calming down. It had this agitation, this sense of fury.
So I get
itself.
a sense of rage tied to wounds.
I don't know if it's directly tied, but it's
Okay.
It certainly helps to calm the animal.
I think it might be tied to this place.
Did they?
Yes, it is not a disease or poison.
That's me speaking Celestial to Hamlet again.
I didn't know it was. I heard that sound before, and I didn't know it was you, Fema.
I love it.
And it responds. Wee, wee, wee. No,
Wee 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 all the way home.
Oh man.
Wee, wee. No, it turns to the sound of that beautiful melodic celestial language, and it seems to have calmed down quite a bit from the state in which you found it. And he's looking more and more like the animal that you knew that Lily rode into the sky.
I'm just gonna do one more cure wounds on this little dude
Okay.
at level 1, and just see if it helps.
Jeff, now that I'm realizing who this is and looking around, do I see any other animals in this area?
You
Are
can
there
roll me
birds?
a perception
Are there-
check. You have advantage.
And does the horse
from-
seem agitated either?
Yes. You have advantage from just Jules. The only thing that doesn't seem agitated is the phantom steed. Everything else, is breathing heavier. The horse is
Right.
breathing heavier, is kind of stamping as it walks. There's this.
Where Nightfall might actually be gone by now because they only last an hour unless I reconjure. Take the 11 minutes to reconjure them every time. So this later in the day, unless we stopped, which we didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
I got 26. I'm wondering if there's any animals in this area that I can spot, even a squirrel or a Pegasus or whatever, anything that could be possibly hanging out.
As everybody is kind of gathered around this pig and healing it and trying to care for it, and Fahim is speaking to it, you take a second and step to the side and look around and stay very still, and you look around and what you see is a bird fly down and kill its prey, pluck something up and rip it up into the sky and carry it away as it screams and yells and tries to fight back. And you see another sort of critter you can't quite place run in sort of a agitated state across the surface of the ground. The impression that you're getting is that everything around here is
Angry.
It's a savage place.
I gave the little Pegasus
Yes.
6 points of healing, if that helps at all.
okay.
It is very strange. I know this feeling. I feel it all the time. But until I gotten closer, I had forgotten this is how Thorn is.
Do you think it's the Underfury? Seeping up?
It is the only thing I could think. But what has Brakka done?
Sure.
It is
So it
never
wasn't
been this
always.
strong.
You don't think it was always like this? Okay.
No. While in Underfury, yes. And maybe in Thorn. Hard to tell. Maybe just anger in Thorn Orc. But this far out and affecting other things, Uggo not remember.
Fahima walks up and gently touches Uggo's arm. Uggo,
Yeah.
you got so angry earlier, and now we know that Brakka has potentially untapped this power, whatever it is, that's making people even more angry and inducing a loss of control of their emotions. So I think you just have to take extra care, because that's what he wants. He wants you to lose control. Okay?
Yes.
Is there some kind of safe words that we can come up with?
What is safe word?
Well, just like Hamlet.
Oh,
yes,
one word
you.
that said, how about,
So that it's
Huggo?
Huggo?
Yeah,
It sounds a bit close to Uggo. Are you going to recognize that in the rage?
no.
It should just be a word that reminds you that this anger is what he wants, and it is out of your control.
What about his human mama name?
Leslie.
Family. No. Save family.
Family.
Okay.
Yes. Human
Uggo
Momma
family.
helps save Uggo. It is all of you who help Uggo stay calm.
Okay.
Speaking of human mama, should we send Hamlet back to her? Maybe.
Yes.
It is too dangerous here for the pig.
Yeah. So
I don't
maybe
know how to send it back.
can you speak
It's
to
smart.
it in Celestial and give it instruction?
It still seems pretty scary. What did you say? She's
Do
just
you
asking
just
where
say
the
random
bathroom
words in
is.
sing-song voice? Is that how you speak Celestial? I started running, la la la. Is that word?
Actually,
sorry.
you did accidentally say one word in Celestial, but
Uggo, don't say that word.
It was filthy.
Fahima, this is very important. A human friend, when I was traveling down to meet all of you, told me that Uggo means handsome in Celestial. Is that true?
yes, that is true.
Sight check.
It's
You know, as much as I love that moment, the clip that I want to see this week is Civ going, "It is not safe for a pig."
He's not safe for a pig.
here or anywhere, really. Love a good pig.
Uggo, is
Ah.
there a way for us to summon one of the people from Human Momma's village to come get Hamlet? Hamlet is not in a good place.
I could cast her ascending.
What?
Great.
Oh,
Hang
yeah.
on.
Yeah, you could.
Well, but it won't. I don't want to use your spells.
Well, Lysiana,
You
I
haven't
got-
signed his scary book yet.
Lily is the only one who hasn't. Please don't.
Wait a minute.
Oh, you haven't signed the book?
So no, it's not personal.
You all signed a book?
Everyone signed a book, but you, Lily. Please don't
Yes,
take
I
it
thought
personally.
everyone signed it. Why didn't you have Lily
This-
sign it?
Well, I only get 4.
Wait,
I
and
thought-
Human Momma signed it too?
That's right. Well,
That's what I want to know. Why are you putting Human's Mama name in that book?
for exactly like moments like this, where we can write to her right now and say, "Hey, there's a flying pig coming your way. Could you please come help it? We care for it very much."
Did you tell her that what knows her name now?
Not.
No is your answer.
I mean, it's the book. It's sort of, implied. Look at this thing.
Sometimes the absolute transparency is not what's best.
But she asked me to keep her in touch. She wanted to know how you were doing, Uggo. So now I'm able to do so and keep her abreast of everything we do, and also ask her to please come help or send some help for Hamlet.
Is Hamlet not smart enough to get there on his own?
I don't know.
Well, it
Isn't
doesn't
it
seem
he?
like
I don't even know.
Hamlet is not in any place to make decisions navigating right now.
Right. All right. Well,
Okay.
hang on. So I will pull out my Book of Shadows and I will cast Sending using my Far Scribe invocation and write
All right.
Lesliana a message.
Okay.
I'll go between you and me. I'm honestly fine that my name's not in that book.
The only reason I put my name in that book is because I want Shothergot to know my name.
Right.
Okay.
Dear Lesliana, we've found a friend of ours, a Pegasus, who was suffering from the rage in the area about a few hours closer to Thorn. We are going to send it back to you.
She
Please,
can come get it.
please could you send someone to retrieve him? They. Yes.
So
Can I just
these-
look and see, is Hamlet a boy, a girl? What is Hamlet? Can we just decide?
Respect
look.
Hamlet's
I'm
privacy.
just gonna look. I'm looking.
Damn it!
Bible check.
First my hair and then Hamlet's undercarriage.
Steve is looking to see if it went wee all the way home or what?
I think it was a girl. I thought it was a
Oh
girl,
my
but maybe
goodness.
not.
We're gonna. I don't
Hamlet's-
recall either. We'll go with girl because that's what I thought too when we first started
Sure.
talking. Yeah.
It is girl. Pig is girl.
Oh.
Right. So yes, I will
Hamlet.
send that.
Oh, L-E-T-T-E, not L-E-T. I get it.
Whatever helps.
What
I
a
guess.
classic Uggo clarification.
I'm sure we'll be correct.
I learned how to spell it.
I want to tell you guys we got another yam from, you guessed it, references needed.
Wow.
Thank
I
you,
think references needed is a
What?
force of chaos.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Force of benevolence on our show.
Force of benevolence.
Which
Oh.
puts Team Force of Evil at 52%.
Dang.
Force of Good at 48%. So let me ask you this. I don't recall, James, if this new way of doing it is now written down, right? They see it as written words?
No, so I write it. They hear it in their heads, and then
Right.
they speak it back, and it appears as words on the page back
Right.
to me.
Right. So you see, so it is not that you hear their voice in your mind. You see script that sort of appears in your book
Right.
in a handwriting that you do not recognize, but it is precise, it is clear.
Very nice.
And you see the words fascinating.
Hmm.
I'll send some researchers to the tree, which is where she was told you were going, right?
Mhm.
Happy to care for the animal,
Good. All right. Well,
waiting
then-
your return, whatever.
Great. We should send Hamlet towards the tree, back in the direction of the tree, and they will be looking for her.
Tree is gone.
Right.
Yes, but there is a gap. There is a hole where the tree was.
All right. And I will write back. Approach tree with caution. No longer there. We believe Brakka took. We'll send Hamlet, 5 minutes south of it or something.
That ought to make the druids real happy.
Yeah.
Ancient tree got ripped down by the orcs.
Good point.
Message back noted. We'll move with haste and alacrity.
It's not that far from them, right? To get to the tree. A couple.
No, I mean it'll take a couple of hours, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So, Hamlet. Okay, I want you to go back. Fahima. Yeah. Can you please tell Hamlet where to go?
I was so close to
And there seems to be understanding on the face of this newly calmed Pegasus, and it flutters its wings and takes off, flying in this
Love you.
strange way. It kind of flies like a bee, it kind of tilts in the air and flies forward, and it flies off into the tree
I'm
line.
assuming
you
that if we
soon.
were in 3.5, you have clumsy flight.
Like clumsy.
Yeah.
Deep ref.
Man,
Yeah.
All right. So
so
the
sad that I
as-
didn't get to keep Hamlet here with me, but they'll be safer. They'll be safer.
She will be back with the druids when we get back.
Yes.
All right, so you continue marching on your way, Uggo leading your path toward the city of Thorn. And as you move, again, this sense of low-level anger, this tension increases as you move closer and closer and closer to the city. And finally, Uggo, you move through the tree line and you arrive at the gate of Thorn that you know so well, covered as it is in pelts. It is this massive gate, the gates of Thorn. And as per the custom, every young orc making its first kill puts its pelt on the wall. And there are layers and layers and layers of these pelts lining this massive wall, this structure. There are, generations and generations of these pelts, these skinned animals of all shapes and sizes, building this incredible, almost cushion of protection against outsiders, against Ukdun, against any kind of invaders. These pelts that have been treated to be fire resistant, that are, they're really a line of defense, a source of pride, a picture of the dominance and fearlessness of the Orcs of Thorn. And the topmost layer of these pelts, these hundreds and hundreds of pelts that line this massive gate, the top layer, the most recent additions, it seems, are demon skins. A number of them, all along the top edge, these almost leathery looking demon skins that you immediately recognize as being different from the pelts beneath them. And you stand there in the majesty of this massive gate, the gate of Thorn that, Uggo, you know so well, that you've left through and walked back into so many times as a young orc. This source of pride of the orcs, this monument to their dominance of wildlife and of all creatures around the city.
Well, here we
Ready?
Yes. It is. Word is serendipitous.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I have to say things that you may not like in here.
Like what?
Just, I don't know. Violent things, ugly things.
May the enemy fall at your feet.
Yes.
That's all right.
Seems only Civ will understand it if it's an Orcish.
Yes, that is a good
There's that.
point. Yeah.
Okay.
Be yourself, Uggo. Don't let them drag you into something you are not.
Uggo,
Yes.
do we need to act tougher than we are?
Would be good idea.
Okay.
Appear to be, make it appear to be that if they mess with you, they may die.
Okay. Is
Got
there
it.
any does anybody have any blood on them?
I had thought of this.
I usually keep a bit of it on me.
Fahima, I really hate to ask this.
Fahima pulls back her cloak and reveals a thigh garter that's full of little vials of blood.
What?
She's had that. That's established.
That's upsetting.
I hate to ask. I don't know if it's like okay to share blood, but maybe we should put some on like our faces and stuff.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
War paint.
is that good,
What?
Uggo?
Here, let
Can
me-
you do it to us?
Yeah, I will
Okay.
do.
Here's the blood.
Yeah. On Fahima, I will make the typical war paint for sorceress. On Lily, I will do the same. Also sorceress on Lily. On
Nobody get any in your mouth.
on Morgan Peter Brown, I'll use the typical.
Not James.
James, excuse me. Yes, James.
No, dude, what would you put on Morgan?
I'm going to put blood on Morgan Peter Brown,
James?
and that's going to be the Orcish symbol for Buddy, best friend. For James, it will be Warlock and also Captain, or Leader, or War Champion. And the same for...
So I'm going to be the first to die.
Same for Civ, War Captain, but Assassin. And on Uggo, he will draw the war symbol for War Chief.
Nice.
Fun fact: this is the blood from the Triton. It's quite old.
Oh. Cool. That is a fun fact.
So
to know.
Uggo, you
That's
stand
what I
there
guess.
staring up at the gate. And then you call out in Orcish. And you guys hear the gates crack open. These pelts parting as the wood and metal underneath opens. And that's where we'll go to intermission.
Yeah!
So after intermission, we walk into Thorn.
Oh my goodness.
NBD.
Stay
So
with
excited.
us. Stay with us. Special thanks to References Needed for that first
Jeez.
half. My goodness.
Good.
And all of the folks who were so generous and supportive, giving us those gold potatoes and evil yams. And the balloons. I had too much wine. I turned into Jessica Lynn Parsons for a second. And the balloons, all of the support is so much appreciated. We are currently at Team Force of Evil, 52%, Team Force of Good, 48%. We will have a brief intermission, and when we get back, Thorn.
Thorn.
And we are back. Thanks for hanging out with us over intermission. All right, back into our tale. The grand gates of Thorn cracking open, the pelts on either side parting. And Uggo, you stand at the head of the team, chest open, shoulders back, staring at your homeland. And there, as that long entryway, that road into the heart of the city opens up before you, you see it lined with orcs. Many of them wearing demon skins over their clothes. You know how you see in movies sometimes the like a wolf, where they have the head of the wolf over the owner's own head. So it's like the face is in the mouth of the wolf. Many of the demon skins are worn in that same manner, where the head of the demon hangs low over the head of the orc wearing the skin. So you almost see a demon standing there instead of an orc. And the road is lined with orcs. All of them sort of creating a procession for all of you to walk down the center of the city. And many of them hold weapons, hold staves and spears and halberds and swords. And just as you recall that time so long ago when you challenged Grolago, they start stamping their weapons on the ground. Gum, 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 on either side of the road. Gum, gum, gum.
Lily is gonna like listen to this beat and get out her drum as well and join in behind Uggo and just whisper, Uggo, you've got this. And then she's just gonna start chanting, Uggo, Uggo, Uggo march this way. Brakka, Brakka, Brakka he will slay. He cut down the tree our ancestors betray. Uggo fight you now, Underfury. Uggo, and just repeating it as we walk.
Start marching down the center of this road, all of the orcs stamping their weapons, hearing you chant, hearing you move proudly through the center of Thorn. Small orcs running up to their parents. It is almost like this event happening. There is a ferocity, a danger here, but also a pageantry, an event to it. It is as if the whole city is watching as Uggo Ragefist returns to his homeland. And those of you walking behind him, Civ on the back of the steed, James and Fahima walking, looking around, seeing this menacing presence, this anger, this rage in the crowd that is building, this energy, this ferocity that is building as you walk through these buildings, these streets, this big pathway. Just, James, as you saw from the map that Civ had drawn up, Civ, just as you recall having been told from the researchers of Ein, this walkway that leads into the center, the heart, the focal point of Thorn.
I'll be repeating. I'll pick up Lily's song as well, sort of nervously, and I'll go, walk this way.
And as you move through the city, orcs from the edges on the road start to fall in behind you, cutting off your retreat, falling in and surrounding you and moving just as slowly, just as deliberately behind you, as if the entire city parted to make your entrance and now fills the gap behind you. Hundreds of orcs, some in demon skin, some not. All of them, this palpable sense of heightened energy, this anticipation, this almost feral desire for violence.
Could I check the faces of the orcs watching us, seeing if there's any sympathy or surprise or anything for Uggo mentioning of as Lily mentions the tree in the song, I'm looking for anybody who might be having doubts.
Okay, roll me a perception check. You have advantage from a jar full of bees.
It's a -10.
Oh, that's right. -10 to this roll.
Right.
Oh my god. So no, the opposite. With advantage, I rolled a 1 and a 3 with my perception, which is a +2. So that is a -5. Jeff.
So you are overwhelmed by the sound and the percussiveness of this event, and you are trying to look at the faces, many of them hidden behind these masks, these hoods of skin, these demon faces that obscure the orcish faces, and you're looking for some sense of recognition of safety, and you can find none. You're almost overwhelmed by it. You don't even understand what is happening, and as all of you walk down the center of this path, that beat, that rhythm, that sound, that percussive rumble that almost shakes your feet as you step through the city. It's almost infectious, this feeling of heightened anticipation, of anger. There's a feeling of wanting to rip and rend, to tear and kill. This feeling that feels almost foreign to you, but in this moment, so right, so natural. You move through the center of the town and walk as this gathering crowd pushes you forward, falls in behind you, and then you get to it. The center, the focal point, the crowd expands and moves around, pushing you, forming you down the ramp, down Uggo, into the place where you killed your father, the Underfury. And you make your way down into the tunnel. That sound, the noise receding as you move. It echoes in the caves, in the tunnels, the tunnel that is enveloping you, all sides around you as you move into the darkness, into the depths beneath Thorn.
Uggo, you will hear my voice in your head. You have this, brother. You are stronger than you were, and you are not alone.
And as you
the rest
move,
of you see Uggo kind of straighten up and even more seems to bring some fullness to himself.
and as the last of you gets through the entrance, this ramp down this tunnel, you see bodies kind of close in behind you, a couple actually following you down. The biggest, the darkest, the meanest looking, with hoods, demon skin, following you down, pushing you through into this space. Civ, you have to get off the horse in order to make it down here, holding its bridle. You move deeper, and as you do, you all notice the sides of the walls here are damp, slick. The smell of this place is not a stench, but it is thick, murky. There's a dampness in the air itself. It smells dark.
So if I'm going to pull my scarf up over my face and see if that helps at all with trying to keep the darkness out of my system. And I'm trying to keep the horse as calm as possible, I'm sure.
You see the horse, it starts to pull at the bridle as you move down. And as you get to the bottom of this incline and you start moving, there are puddles at your feet. There's a dampness on all the surfaces. And all of you feel this intensity as you move toward this open light out ahead of you, this hole, this pathway in the darkness.
I'll awaken mind to everyone Eyes out for Torvald. Eyes out for a prison. Eyes out for cells. Something. I can't see very well down here, so please, someone else keep an eye out.
It's almost annoying that James is constantly in your head. I need everybody except Uggo to roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, there it is. I was waiting for that.
Civ, you have advantage from a jar full of bees, countered by references needed. Behema, you have advantage from the Cosmic Lord, countered by which space?
Thank you.
I think somebody has a negative something.
Yeah.
I think it might be Civ.
Yeah, but Civ rolled really well.
Okay. James, you have advantage from Hadrian X.
Thank you, Adrian X.
Lily, you have advantage from Chef Scott 68.
Jeff,
you.
Do we have to tell you if we're using some of the plus 10 points ahead of time, or can I save it and you go, the DC is this, and then I can just tack on whatever I need? Because I got a 15, which I'm assuming is enough, but it might not be.
It is enough, yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20 for a 26.
Nice.
Yeah, 17.
Lily?
I have a question. Is this technically a magic wisdom saving throw? Because I have gnome cunning on those.
Versus men.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Well, I mean, I'll use my Chef Scott advantage this time, but I never have these types of saving throws. It's like one of those. But I got an 11.
Same, actually. Meat protects me from this kind of thing. I'm glad you brought it up. I'm gonna roll again too.
It's funny because I rarely think about it because it doesn't come up that often for whatever reason in our game. 11.
All right.
So I'm not sure that's enough.
11?
Yeah.
You feel furious. You are so angry at everything around you, everyone around you. You want to hurt something. You feel this insane sense of rage. And you walk forward, these orcs behind you pushing them. Who are they? Who's Uggo to bring you here? All of these thoughts that are so unlike Lily, but you feel this uncontrollable sense of rage. You have seen it before in Uggo on the battlefield when he channels it, but for you it is new, it is wild. It feels like you're alive in so many ways. You feel almost invincible, but you want to use it. You want to break something. You want to destroy something.
Are there other orcs around?
Well, there are orcs that have followed your group down, sort of escorting you down this ramp and pushed you toward this hole. And as you open up, as you walk out into this open area, this chamber under the ground, deep down below, there is standing water at your feet. Ankle deep water.
Oh, it's not even deep enough to swim.
And you, all of you, walk out into this. Uggo, you feel that rage as well, but for you, it is familiar. It is something that you have commanded, you have learned to utilize, in a large sense because of your experience with Lesliana. But now back in this place, it is all too familiar. It is all too easy. It is as comfortable in your skin as breathing. This sense of invincibility, of power, of pure, unbridled rage. It simmers inside you and you feel it. You can tap it at any moment. And as you walk out into this larger chamber, you see a number of sort of almost pillars on your left, this big cavern with standing water. To your left, far to your left, water trickles in over rocks. And there are orcs standing all around this chamber. Guards, witnesses, you're not sure what. Uggo, you know what is happening here. This is a sacred place. This is the Underfury. Everybody roll me a perception check. Civ, you have advantage from references needed. Fahima, you have advantage from Ahoy Gingerbread, countered by Witch Space. James, you have advantage from Shothra Got Your Back.
Thanks, buddy.
Lily, you have
How
advantage
appropriate.
from Kitty Scritches.
Oh, thanks, Kitty Scritches.
Uggo, you can just stay focused for the moment.
Perception, you said?
Yeah.
17.
I got a 14.
4.
21.
Lily, you're the first to see it, but it makes you so mad. Across the length of this large chamber, tucked in the back, in a little cove, a little hole in the back of this chamber, it's a cage. And in that cage is a man with beard laying on the ground. He's filthy, but even from this distance with a 21 roll of perception, you can see his collar and the gold symbol, the tarnished gold symbol on it. It is clearly Torvald the Timid, trapped in a cage in this room. Uggo, the only thing that you see, not the only thing, but the thing you focus on, is the orc sitting in the center of this room, in the chamber, dead center, standing in the water. It is Brakka. And he looks exactly as you saw him in your dream. Pale, sickly, a hood hanging low over his hollow eyes. And he is hunched over, picking up handfuls of water from his feet and pouring them over the back of his neck as you walk in the room, slowly pouring water.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we interrupt your bath time, Brakka?
Lily.
Time to put on some clothes, okay? Because we're here to fight.
Lily.
What? My hair is not going in a ponytail, Civ, okay? I don't care how many times you ask me.
Lily!
Lily's just gonna pull out a dagger and a rapier and stand there really upset.
Brakka stands to his full height. And all of you see that it looks almost like Uggo. So different in complexion, and the eyes are certainly very different. But size and shape, jawline, the nose, the tusks. It could be Uggo if it weren't so strange looking. This pale skin, veins visible beneath the surface. He looks at you, Uggo, and he smiles. And then he turns to the room, the assembled orcs that are standing all around. And he says, "Orcs of Thorn, you choose to follow the strongest among us. You choose to honor the old ways. I stand here in our most sacred place, War Chief, for one reason, and one reason only. I took it. Here, like a true orc. I killed my father, and I thought my brother.
Yet he still breathes. Now let there be no mistake. I am the strongest of Thorn. My brother is no rage fist. I see him for what he truly is. Weak. Surrounded by gnomes and tabaxi and humans.
Lily's just gonna run forward and try and stab him.
Uggo is gonna try to grab her before she moves. Or at least she comes by. I'm gonna attempt to grab her as she goes by.
All right.
Wow! Wow!
Failed.
You see a couple of
No chill.
the orcs on the side also move toward Lily as she starts moving. Uggo, roll me a dexterity saving throw. You have advantage from kitty scritches.
Whoa.
Jeff, do we have a snowball's chance in hell if this turns sideways and all these orcs attack?
There are a lot of orcs in here.
Can I get a head count?
Better. I'll do you one better. Let's go to the map room.
Yeah!
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Oh no!
Whoops.
This is
Jeff, is that an accurate representation of the breadth of the puddle he's standing in?
You mean the size of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So, Uggo, what was your dexterity?
Let me grab my. Sorry, I was looking at the map. You said dexterity acrobatics the same. It's a 17.
Okay, so as Lily comes by, you easily grab her and lift her up off her feet. He catches you, reaches one big orcish arm out and catches you.
Uggo, put me down.
Uggo is going to. He whispers to her, "I'm sorry," and he throws her at Civ.
Still your woman!
Okay.
That makes Lily really mad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Civ, what are you doing?
I've never seen Lily like this before, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna try a Lily tactic instead of a Civ tactic, and I'm gonna run around to her front side. I'm going to crouch down in front of her face.
I don't belong to you.
I love you. I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
I'm sorry because you are very angry, and this place is corrupting you.
Okay, I just need you to admit out loud that I don't belong to you.
You do not belong to me. You belong to no one.
Thank you. Bingo,
Except
I
for
belong
your
to Bingo.
parents and your grandmother.
I don't belong to them. We don't belong to anybody.
All right, can we just...
You hear
Turn
from the
what?
center of the water,
You dishonor this place.
You are the one who dishonors this place. You have cut down trees of ancestors.
And Uggo looks to the orcs surrounding him.
The old ways are wrong. Those who have died, your family, your mothers, your fathers, all who have died with honor, are now dishonored and scattered. Uggo himself speak to them.
And that's when Uggo will activate his rage
all right.
and bring forth the ancestors,
Oh, yeah. Yep.
especially the big one.
You see all three of them in astral form, this translucent, ghostly shape. Brakka stares at you.
You do worse. You dishonor the gods. This place was meant for them. We, as a people connected to them. Uggo knows. Because Uggo connected to God. I challenge you as war chief. You lie. You did not kill Rage Fist. It was...
And you see a murmur among the gathered orcs, this bloodlust, but also doubt and intrigue as to what you've just revealed.
It was Brakka who whispered poison to Uggo. Make him think the Rage Fist give into demons and darkness. Uggo now see all of you also give into these things. Because of Brakka. Pretender! Faker! You're not War Chief! I am War Chief, and I am not weak! I am strong! Uggo has learned that rage and anger is but tool, way to show forward, way to make better, sharpen like steel, not mire and wallow in filth and weakness, serving those we cannot see or meet. Fine, I will send you to them myself, Brakka.
Yes. We will let the rage decide. And he steps forward to challenge you in one-on-one combat.
Uggo looks at the ancestors as he's there raging.
I will not let this abomination stand. Your sacrifice shall be acknowledged and paid for. I accept your challenge!
And Uggo steps forward and pulls his maul.
All right. So we begin single combat. And there are special single combat rules.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Initiative is rolled every round.
Whoa.
Any conditions like grappled or prone incur disadvantage on initiative. Each combatant has one single combat action in addition to their usual action, bonus action economy. It can be used to attempt to shove or grapple, which is a normal contest of strength. Attempt to break a grapple, disengage, or enter one of two stances. Offensive stance, which gives you a +3 to your next attack roll, or defensive stance, which gives you a +2 to your AC against the next attack. Combatants have advantage on ranged attacks made from an elevated position, and these pillars here can be climbed up or leapt onto to attain an elevated position. This, 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 this. And combatants have disadvantage on melee attacks made against an elevated position. Spectator interference is not allowed.
What happens if they do?
If that happens, just out of curiosity, all out war starts.
Count the orcs.
Out of curiosity, does the water is still like ankle deep? Is that going to count as difficult terrain?
It is indeed. Shouldn't matter too much though, because I don't think these guys have.
Do I know enough about orcs to where if Uggo loses, these orcs are going to kill us? Do I know that?
I don't think you know that. I think there's some sort of respect to this about this process that will be left up to the winner to decide.
Which is Brakka.
Well, if Uggo loses, it would be Brakka. Yes.
No, it's Uggo. Uggo's going to win, Civ.
That's not how Civ thinks.
I know. Oh, God. Okay.
All right.
Oh, God.
So, Uggo. Let's roll our initiative. Again, they will be rolled. You have a straight roll as far as I'm concerned. I have an advantage from change box countered by Fenderil. I rolled very well, actually.
What did I
I rolled a 19.
23.
Oh, okay. Uggo goes first. Are you clear on the structure of this combat?
So I get my normal action economy.
Yep. Plus one
And I have
dual
a-
action, which can
one
put you in
dual
an offensive stance, a defensive stance. You can attempt to grapple or shove, or attempt to break, grapple, or disengage.
Okay. So yeah, I might have to ask you each round on
That's
what
fine.
that
That's
is,
totally
but
fine.
just to yeah. Yeah, Uggo's going to move here and attempt to jump on that.
Okay.
That should be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that should be enough. And how tall is it?
It's only about 6 or 7 feet high. It's
Okay,
easy for
so that's
Uggo to
enough
sort of
for me to-
standing
yeah.
jump onto. Yeah.
And then Uggo's going to grasp his the candle and in his cloak and on his clothes. Close his eyes, say a small prayer to Amanda, and then say out loud, "Feel the wrath of Amanda!" And he will cast Guiding Bolt.
All right. So that is a or is that an attack
for
roll,
me.
right?
It's an attack roll, yep.
You have let me see if you have advantage from Hadrian X.
Thank you, Hadrian X. Nat 20 did.
Woo!
12 and a
Right
half.
right off the top. All right.
Oh.
So 25 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
That's
That
like
would
eight.
be-
That's like
it's
8d6.
86.
Yeah.
86 radiant.
My goodness.
It's amazing.
First 4 was 11. I rolled 11 on the first 4.
Okay.
And 15 on the second 4.
26.
So 26 radiant damage to Brakka.
All right.
And then I
So
will take the defensive stance.
okay. So you immediately rush forward, leap to the top of this pillar, this rock jutting out of the ankle-deep water, and you channel your Candle Queen energy, your paladin force, and blast a beam of pure white-hot radiant energy at Brakka. He takes it full in the chest. And he turns back to you with rage in his eyes. And it is truly a battle of the light versus the dark, because Brakka unleashes 2 eldritch blasts at you, black tendrils of energy leaping from his fingers. I have advantage on the first from Changebox countered by Fendaril, and the second, same thing, Changebox and Fendaril. So both will be normal rolls.
Now goes AC is up by 2.
That is a 17 to hit on the first.
That hits on. It's +2 for defensive stance, right? +2 AC.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then that's on the nose. So
And 18 on the second.
also hits.
So that 13 points of force damage on the first and 7 points of force damage on the second.
Okay, full effect.
And are you on? You're on the pillar. You leapt up on the pillar. Is that right?
I did.
Okay.
I leapt up on the pillar.
And he is going to run up here and leap up next to you, and use his single combat action to attempt to grapple you.
Okay.
That will be a contest of strength. I have advantage from Changebox, countered by Fendaril. You have advantage from Hadrian X, countered by Grimfade.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled a 2.
That's
That's not going to get it done.
Athletics is 21.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 13.
All right, so that fails, but he leaps up next to you. You're both standing there, staring at each other, mere inches apart. And he can do a bonus action unarmed strike.
Okay.
And he gets advantage from Changebox, countered by Fendaril. Oh, nat 20.
Ooh.
but it's just a straight
Punch.
punch. So I will. It's just supposed to be straight 6 bludgeoning damage, but I'll
Okay.
say it's 9 bludgeoning damage. We'll do 1.5 times.
All right.
All right. So let's roll initiative again.
Yeah.
Jeff, do we get to? Can I take a couple steps into the room?
You absolutely may. And if you guys want to interject and tell me things you're doing, you can, but you are very much aware that you are being keenly watched. As much as these orcs are into this battle, they are there to make sure that you do not interfere.
All right, I'm not feeling very comfortable like staying this far when all these other orcs are encroaching. So I'm gonna take like 3 steps. Probably right there.
I'll follow him.
I'm just trying to keep Lily calm.
I'm not calm.
I know.
All right.
Rightly
So
so.
I rolled an 11 on my initiative that time. What did you get on your initiative? Uggo?
17.
All right, so you go.
Uggo is going to rage,
Yeah.
and he screams Amanda's name when he says that, and also says, "Ancestors shall be appeased!" And I will attack him twice with my attack action. First one will be a smite.
All right.
Well, actually, I just activate the smite, and then whichever one hits.
And you don't even have to do it until you hit, actually.
Right, until I actually hit. Right. Advantages at all here?
You have advantage from False Star countered by Grim Fated.
Thank you. Thank you. First attack is 24.
That hits.
Second attack, still straight roll. Advantage, disadvantage.
I'm sorry, you have advantage from Who Else Elliot countered by Grim Fated.
Thank you, Who Else Elliot? Thank you, Grim Faded. Second attack is 21. 12 plus 9.
Yep, both hit.
So the first one's going to be 2d6 plus, what is my smite now? I think it's still the same, but I want to make sure. Divine Smite.
You see him snarling, and the feeling in the room is so heightened. There's this energy, this rage, this anger around all of the orcs so invested in the outcome of this, and all of you also just kind of embroiled in this, wrapped up in this feeling, this intensity that you feel all around you.
So it is 14 radiant.
Okay.
7, back here. 12 plus an additional 2 for rage. So 14 bludgeoning, magical bludgeoning.
So 14 and 14, is that what you said?
Yep, 14 and
14.
14, yep. And
right.
then the second attack damage is just another 14.
So 3 14s? Or 2 14s?
Yes, because the first one was just, it's 3 14s because the first one was bludgeoning and the divine
Radiant.
smite. The second one was just the bludgeoning from the second attack.
All right.
So that's, 3 14s.
So as a reaction, Brakka has something called Dark Rebuke. So you need to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please. You have advantage from Hadrian X on this.
Thank you, Hadrian X. I needed that. Jeez. Still not enough. Another 14.
No. So you fail that. So an explosion as you hit him with your smite, as your maul comes over and smacks your brother in the face, you see him channel that energy back at you, and you explode in this dark mass of necrotic pain. And you take, come on. What do I do with it? Oh my god. But I have extra all the time. Oh, here it is. 23 points of necrotic damage.
Oh gosh, as a reaction.
Reduce that. Cannot reduce that.
Okay.
And now it is his turn. Just as that.
Well, I have a bonus action.
Oh yes, and you still have your single combat action.
So bonus action. I don't have anything. So my remind me my options for my secondary. I can attempt to grapple him. I will attempt to grapple him.
Okay. I have advantage from Changebox, countered by I cannot allow it. Pretty good. And you have advantage from Hadrian X.
Thank you, Hadrian X.
Boy, they're working against me tonight, folks. Oh, again, another terrible roll. I got a 10.
I got a 25. Roll 17 plus 8.
All right.
Grappled.
So he's grappled.
Okay. All right. Well, he's going to use his single combat action to attempt to break the grapple. That's the first thing he's going to do.
Do I have any advantages?
Yes, you do. I
have advantage for I'm raging. So.
Okay. I have. I also. that he has something called permanent rage. He's also a rage mage. Is it kind of a fun thing?
Yeah.
All right. I advantage from Changebox countered by Fall.
Turns out it's not as fun as it sounds.
And I rolled
Yeah, that would be
the same
really
thing
tiring
twice
to
in a
be
row.
permanently angry all the time. Like,
I'm
how would you
exhausted
even,
from
like-
attempting to rage for one time.
14 probably doesn't do it.
Nope, 26.
All right. Well, he's going to then cast Vampiric Touch
Yep.
on you. So that is. Oh my God, 2 1s. 9 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And which he then gets back and as health.
Don't you have to do a touch attack? Did he hit with that?
He does have to do it.
Oh, I'm sorry. He does have to do a touch attack. You're right. I just thought because he's grappled, I was like, yeah, he's touching me. I rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
I'm so
then you
sorry.
get to-
I
you
shouldn't
get
have
to roll
said
2
anything.
more.
Oh my god.
And
I'm gonna shut my mouth.
That's 11 more points of necrotic damage and 11 more points of healing for him.
How were you looking?
Yeah, Uggo spits blood on the ground when that happens, and you see him kind of weaken a bit. But he seems to still be holding up. But he looks very, very hurt, yes.
But now I can't do. I can't. Yeah.
how does Brakka look?
Brakka looks very hurt too. They're both very badly hurt. Oh, he can still unarmed strike, right? So he's gonna headbutt you even though he's grappled, which does another 6 points of damage.
I think he gets a disadvantage against me. Is that right? If I remember, if you're grappled, do you not get? No, it's not against the
only
person. It's
restrained.
against you. That's right.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
So let me roll that. I have advantage from Changebox countered by Fall Star. That's a 3, so it doesn't even hit. Okay. So now we roll again. Our initiatives.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anybody want to do anything?
Jeff, is Lily still in Rageland?
Yeah, she's
So?
seething. Lily, you are heaving up and down. You see Uggo standing on this pillar, trading blows with his brother in this water environment. You're just incensed.
And that means she can't cast spells if she's raged, right?
That's right.
Okay, I'm
Nat
gonna
20
start.
the initiative.
I'm gonna start reading a poem to her to try to get her to snap out of it.
14 for me. So you go again, Uggo.
So I've
This
got
one
him
in
grappled.
prose or rhyming?
Close.
So I got him grappled. So I'm gonna make a grapple check in order to move him 5 feet,
Yeah.
and that's to off the pillar. What
Okay.
I'm trying to do and attempting to is trip him and throw him into the water, but keep maintaining the grapple as we go down.
Okay.
So I'm trying to literally. Uggo's gonna try to drown him.
All right. So Civ, go ahead.
The grapple attempt is another nat 20.
Really? Man,
Yep.
we're both rolling them.
I know.
Crazy.
It's crazy. So that allows me to move him up to 5 feet or 10 feet, I think, if I remember. It's 5 maybe, but 5 should be
You can.
enough
I mean,
to-
once you're grappled, you have your movement.
Oh,
is
that's
his
right. You
movement.
can move as long
Yeah.
as he fails the grapple. That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move him off the pillar, falling. I'm going to attempt to use the fall to land him on his back.
Okay.
And as we go down, hit him in the face with the maul.
All right.
That's like a WWE move.
And I'll smite him as I do so.
Okay.
And what you hear Uggo, essentially, I think maybe what Uggo does is kick him in the, throw him off the rock, and then leap into the air with his maul held high, coming down and saying, "I shall smite thee!" And then bring that down.
Ron, when you yell like that, we can't hear you. You cut out.
Amanda shall smite thee!
Yeah, there it is.
Sorry.
Damn
I
zoo.
want to hear it.
Advantage, disadvantage, what's on this
You
roll?
have advantage from Diana, Elf of the Night.
Thank you, Diana, Elf of the Night.
That elf of the night.
I rolled a nat 1 and a 15, so that makes it a 24 for the hit.
That hits.
Right? 2d6 plus 2d8. Okay, it is 5 plus 2 for this radiant damage, so 7 radiant damage.
All right.
And it is 17 bludgeoning, magical bludgeoning.
All right. So you grab Brakka and you twist him in the air, turning his body. He's screaming and yelling at you, and you feel the heft of him. He is strong. He's a magic user, but he is also very strong. A strong orc like you. The same blood runs through his veins as yours. You twist him in the air and leap off the pillar and land on the ground, smiting him as you drop. His eyes look up at you, the water up around the side of his face. Meanwhile, Civ turns to Lily and speaks to her. She's seething. You see her eyes glazed over. You've never seen anything like it. She is consumed by this anger.
You are a goddess who strolled into my life. Instead of making me worship you, I was lifted up into the sky. So I can kiss you anytime I want. I give my soul just to call you my own. But you are your own strong person. Never giving in. Never giving up. You lure me. Use me up like a flame. When we are alone, my arms around you. Gentle kisses. I gave my heart away, and I do it all again, gladly. Ours is a timeless melody. I believe. Do you?
Jeff, am I able to roll out of this, or am I just still?
I'm going to say that action on Civ gives you a wisdom save. You have advantage on that wisdom save from Falstar. We also just got an evil yam.
I just rolled a 1.
Woo! You got an evil yam from Gorbin Played. Thank you, Gorbin Played.
Ooh.
Very, very cool. Which puts Team Force of Evil at 55%.
No.
I
No.
got a 4. I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Yeah. We're struggling tonight.
Do you have your 10? Have you used your 10
Oh
already?
no! Yeah, I'm gonna use it. Will that be enough at 13 or 14?
14.
Oh no! Wow, you need 15.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's so low.
Wow. Hummer.
I'm still engaged.
So you see the poem kind of getting through to her, but this place has infected her mind. She's just consumed by the way she starts actually hitting your shoulder as you're kneeling down in front of her, just unable to control.
Get off! Get off! Get off!
I'm just letting you hit me.
And I'm just
Yeah, if
gonna
I still
continue
have
to do
my
that.
extra action, just to
Okay, do your extra action.
I'm going to attempt to grapple him again.
All right. That's working out real well for you so far. You
So far it
have
has been, yes.
advantage from Foxytocin. Foxytocin instead of oxytocin. That's cute.
Yeah.
But look at that. I have advantage from Changebox.
Oh boy.
Change box.
Oh no.
Nat 20 did again!
Ron,
right.
we're gonna need a dice cam for you.
Right.
I
got a
believe
20
you.
I
I'm
got a
just saying
22, but it was
I
dirty.
need a dice cam.
No,
There
it's
it is.
blurry. It's blurry, dude.
It's still blurry.
I see it.
All right. So you have him down and he's trying to resist you and push you off. You have him down in the water. You're pushing his face below. You see water seeping into his mouth, and he's shouting and trying to get you off, but he cannot push you off of him. His turn. Oh, he's got. Well, he's going to have to use his action to try to get up again.
Jeff,
I do have advantage. Yes.
Could I move 15 more feet to my right, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Feel free to move yourself. I have, although you do see the orcs as you move, eyeing you, making sure you don't get too close. I have advantage from Change Box. You have advantage from the Cosmic Lord. I got a 17. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's an advantage. I only rolled once. Oh, I got even better. 21.
26.
All right. He cannot get out of there. Welp.
And Uggo will scream,
You are weak, Brakka! Give up!
He's got disadvantage because he's grappled. He's going to do something desperate. He is going to cast... Man. He's going to cast Cloud of Poisoned Daggers on top of you.
What?
Does that include
Recalling...
him?
It hits him as
include
well.
him? Okay.
Hits him as well. Recalling a moment, these daggers appear all around you as you are on top of him, in the water, holding him down. Dozens of daggers appear all around you and start jabbing into you and him. It does. He is immune to poison damage, though.
Oh.
But it's still going to hurt him. Okay, it does. Oops. 3 plus 2 plus 4 is 9 plus 4 is 13 points of piercing damage. And for you, Uggo, it does 6 points of poison damage.
Okay.
And we both need to roll cons. Oh, no, you need to roll a con save because I'm immune to poison. I said 14 points of other damage, right? Oh, dude, he really hurt himself. You see him scream out, but his eyes he's so angry, he's willing to hurt himself to hurt you. A feeling you have felt before, a thing you have done to enemies before, hurt yourself to hurt them. And he knows it hurts you. And these daggers, you recall this feeling of this poison piercing your skin. Now that it is a magical, it is all around you. It's somehow worse, more nightmarish than that night, that moment, that time in this place when you felt it before. You need to roll me a con save. You have a straight roll as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. 24. 22, sorry, 22.
All right. You save. You do not become infected by the poison as you had that other night, that other time. This time you're able to push back against it. You experience the harm to your body, the damage, but you're able to steel yourself against the worse effects, the broader effects of the poison. But he smiles at you, and he looks up at you and he says, "I would rather die than see you live."
How bad does Uggo look?
Uggo looks very bad.
Like, can you describe it to me?
He's clearly cut. That poison looks like it hurt him more than just physically. That might have even taken a little bit of what you might appear his confidence from him. It sapped in that thing seems to have affected Uggo incredibly.
Bad news is all of Brakka's spell slots are used up.
Warlocks.
Yes!
What are you gonna do?
He still has, his extra action. And
he
stuff.
does have-
Or you should try to escape. So I don't know what.
Yeah, I tried to escape, which I used as my dual action. He still has his unarmed strike, which he can headbutt you for an extra 6 points of damage. Let me try to hit you with that.
Does he not have Eldritch Blast?
He does, but he used his action to do Cloud of Poisoned Daggers.
And he would get disadvantage on the attack against him if he used Eldritch Blast.
I have disadvantage on this one. I rolled a 3 and a 1, so he can't even hit you with his unarmed strike. So he is still underneath you, water gurgling in his mouth, this cloud of poison daggers having appeared and just pierced into your body. Uggo, we both roll initiative again. You have advantage from Drew from IT. I have advantage from Changebox, but disadvantage from Drew from IT, who is making...
Thank you, Drew from IT.
Drew is making his presence felt. Oh, man. I rolled a 5 and a 1.
25. I rolled an 18.
All right, it is your turn.
Uggo is going to stand, use the maul, hit him twice, but both I'm attempting to knock him out and not kill him.
Okay. You have a straight roll as
and
far
when
as
he
I'm
says
concerned.
that, when I say that, Uggo says, "You shall stand trial by the ancestors and by Amanda's light." Nat 20 on the first one?
All right. Wow. How many is that? It's like 4 or 5 nat 20s.
It's crazy. And then I rolled...
I need Ron's dice.
Plus... Hey, I'm using different dice
That's
every
what I've
time
been
I do
saying
it.
for years.
Me too. Me too.
See, these are both down here, right?
18 plus another 9, so 27 to hit on the second.
Both hit.
Again, this is I was attempting to not be lethal here.
Indeed.
First attack is
If there's one thing I've learned, it's really hard to control rage.
22 bludgeoning, magical bludgeoning for the first.
Yeah.
9 plus 7, so 16 magical bludgeoning for the second.
All right. As you come down with the second blow, you slam your maul on his face, and you see it. He goes under the water. The water goes over the top, and you see red. A cloud of red swirl on the surface of the water as you feel this intense rage, this hatred. Lily, as you watch and see Uggo trapping his brother under the water, straddling him, slamming his massive two-handed maul down on the face of his brother, you feel this intense satisfaction, this joyous release of anger and rage. You watch as it happens, and Uggo, you come down, you see his face burst, blood shooting into the water. It's just like your dream, the swirl, the blood under the surface there, as you sit and you watch him go limp and slack in the water, not dead, but completely
I'll
defeated.
pull him out of the water.
And you see the orcs all around stand up straight and start stamping their weapons on the ground. Go, go, go,
Go.
go.
Go. Go.
Go.
Go. Go.
Uggo will
Go.
throw Brakka onto one of the platforms so he doesn't drown in the water. Making sure before I throw him, I want to make sure that he is unconscious. That he
is completely unconscious. His body is limp. This massive orcish body.
Yeah, I'm not trusting that he's actually unconscious. So I'll shake him a little bit, make sure, and make it very obvious to everyone around you that he is not.
Yeah. His body
Toss him
goes
up on-
limp. Just a few feet from where you're standing, James. You see him land on that pillar, that platform, completely, his arm hanging over the side, his body completely limp, blood coming out of his face, his nose, his eyes. He looks in terrible, terrible shape, hanging on very close to death.
And then Uggo will look around and say, "Kneel before War Chief!"
And all of the orcs in unison kneel.
I kneel as well.
No,
And I would.
you do not need to kneel. You are not orc.
And I nod.
Release the human.
I cast telekinesis, and I rip the door off the cage.
You see it fly across the length of the chamber, slamming into the side, breaking apart and falling, splashing into that shallow water. And inside, a man, filthy, grimy, his beard matted with blood, weak. He turns and looks up at you. You see that golden symbol, the arches with the teardrop shape in the middle. You came.
I turn to the orc closest to us, closest to me. Where is the woman? The blue one, the sky child. Where is she?
All of them raise their arms, and they turn and point past the cage where Torvald is. And Torvald, you see him look up at the fingers pointing, and he looks at you, James, and he goes, deeper.
Deeper. Further down?
Yes.
Is she alive?
I do not know.
Have to get her.
I'm gonna
Fine.
pry myself away from Civ and walk up to Uggo and just I'm still enraged, but I enraged heal you. I'll kind of like make a show of it in front of the other orcs, still with my dagger out, and then I'll cast Healing Spirit right where Uggo is standing.
And
Stay
you
kneeling.
You see Grammy Dumblestuck's spirit sprout out of the ground. This
Probably
happy,
disappointed.
joyous face looking at you, Lily. This woman who you never saw get angry in your life. Disappointed, yes. Stern, perhaps. Angry, never. You see her look at you. It's not really her. It's just this fabrication, this magical representation of her, this talisman that you have used to heal people. But you definitely see she appears to you in all of her flaws and beauty.
Can you just heal Uggo, please?
You can take the healing from the healing spirit.
Lily,
So it's 3d6.
Lily,
Yes, Uggo.
I know you are not owned by Civ. I am sorry.
But you threw me at him and said that.
I told you I might have to say and do things that would look not good. I am sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. The truth is, I'm really mad, and I don't ever get mad, and I don't know how to handle it. Okay?
Yes, you know who knows how to handle anger?
Who?
You. You taught Uggo to handle anger. Follow own advice.
It's hard to do that.
I
Lily,
know.
family. And Fahima's gonna stride over to Torvald and lift him up, put him over her shoulder and bring him towards the group.
And when she says family, Uggo will hug Lily, assuming she allows him to.
Lily's arms will be straight down, but she won't resist.
Yeah, Lily, I really need you to heal him as well, if you can.
Just bring him over here to the healing spirit. It's right by Uggo.
Yeah, okay.
Tell me how much healing I get. I was at 15 hit points. But
Oh
Wow.
my gosh. Here, you want me to roll it for you, Ron?
Yikes.
if you will.
Yeah.
Uggo,
Yeah.
do you think you could command them to bring Adiptha to us? Gently?
11 points of healing for Ron, and then if you got Torvald over there, Fahima,
Yeah.
Torvald will take 12.
Uggo screams screams out to the orcs, "Bring healing for War Chief!"
And a couple of them near the exit run up and out and into Thorn proper. You can imagine they're looking for a healing potion to bring down into the Underfury. And
I-
some of them start looking at you and saying, War Chief, kill, War Chief. There's still this palpable sense of anger and rage. You've rendered Brakka unconscious, but it hasn't abated this sense, this feeling, this terrible energy in this place.
Is the water that you described in the middle of the area, is it sort of like a spring? It replenishes itself?
I wouldn't describe it that way. No, it's standing water that seems to be, there's a bit of a stream on the north part of the fed from some faraway place, but it seems to be connected, fed by some other source.
We need to go get Diptha, and we need to go soon.
When they pointed, and what on the map, where did they point, Jeff?
Do you see where the cage is here?
Oh yeah, I do see the cage, yeah.
Okay, so there's a pathway down below here. That is where they pointed.
I don't see the cage on the
The
bottom.
cage here.
Bottom right.
Do you see my little doodad?
Oh,
pulsating?
I wasn't scrolled out enough. Okay, I got it. Yes.
Yes.
And so there's a pathway here.
I will use telekinesis to lift Brakka's unconscious body and have it follow me as I walk in that direction.
All right.
Wait, James, can we not get someone to bring her to us?
Order them, Uggo, please.
Orcs, form! Follow! War Chief!
And the orcs move to you, one of them coming up to you and saying, Mighty Uggo,
Speak.
we cannot go deeper. It is forbidden. The
War Chief,
rage,
give permission.
we will die.
Speak. Why?
You must know. The rage lives there.
Yes. I'll go no.
Who brought her down then?
Brakka.
Yes.
Right.
Perhaps we should wake Brakka. Question.
We can wait for that. He's fine where he is, and he's literally unconscious, hanging. I'm keeping him lifted about 5 feet off the ground.
Fahima turns to the orc that just came up to Uggo and says, glances at Uggo first and says, "Look, I know this is a really bad time for this, but I've had this flyer on me for a really long time, and I just don't know when I'll be able to
Whoa!
see another orc.
Pull.
Wow!
Look, it's for orcish things. It's a really great shop.
If you're ever in Turles.
I think they might get a discount if you bring it in and mention my name, Fahima Taig.
Oh, Jessica's been waiting to go to Thorn for so long. This.
She tried it with Grolago.
Yeah. The orc looks at her and looks at Uggo as if asking permission.
Yeah, you'll take it.
Yes. May
Looks
take.
like very good deals.
Oh my god. Wow. Sorry, it's gotten very wrinkly and stained, but it'll still be good. Just to mention my name. Yes.
Well
okay.
done.
So
I don't
next
even
time
remember what happens when
I
when
have
that
it
happens.
written down. Next time I take a long rest, I get to roll 5d20 and receive that much golden commission.
Amazing. Well done.
Somewhere,
Well done,
that
Jessica.
old orc woman shopkeeper is just beaming and going,
Yeah.
Yes.
Uggo looks around and talks to one of the other orcs and says,
Let everyone know War Chief Uggo has taken power.
And all of them seem to start to march out of the Underfury around you. They start all moving in a line up and out of this place as per your command until you are left alone. Sean, we can leave the map room now.
as soon as the last orc leaves, Uggo turns around and goes,
I'm gonna need, I've never been leader before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some advisors.
And you turn Uggo and you see Lily still sort of seething and angry, but Grammy Dumblestuck there wisping and astral. Civ standing next to Lily, one arm sort of hovering near her, and James standing there with a levitating Brakka, sort of limp and hanging in the air, just behind him.
Uggo, you
Actually
take another
didn't follow-
15
I didn't
points of
Follow
healing.
Lily.
Oh, okay.
She ran past me. So
All
I'm
right.
still back up by the horse.
Pardon me.
It's all right.
We should leave Torvald here. He should not come with us down in there.
Orville takes another 6 points of healing.
All right. You see Torvald sort of breathe a little. He says, I have spent quite amount of time in that cage. It is good to see all of you. I am afraid of what has happened to Diptha. I am afraid of so much. Being here has spent so much energy trying to repel the attacks on my mind. It is all I can do to retain my sense of self.
Well, we're with you now.
We're sorry that it took us so long to get here.
I told you, your mission is much more important than my life. But I will admit to being grateful to see you. And he looks at Lily, standing there, angry. He points. I hope the amulet has proven its worth.
As
You have been chosen to bear it. And not an easy burden.
some days are better than others. Today seems to be particularly bad.
Where I'm sitting, today's pretty great.
That's true. That's a positive way of looking at it. I used to be able to do that, but I don't seem to know how to do that anymore. I remember seeing things with the glass half full, but now the glass just seems like it's running out of juice, you know?
I'm gonna take out a jug of water and pour a glass of water and hand it to Torvald.
Thank you.
I would like to, while he's hanging there, search through Brakka's pockets for the other earring.
Yes, you find it quite easily.
And
I should note we also got 4 gold potatoes.
Whoa, guys!
Yeah, it's extraordinary.
What?
4 gold potatoes, 2 from that gamer share. Thank you, that gamer
Whoa.
share. 1 from Melodies of Old. Thank
Wow.
you.
Yay!
Thank you.
1 from Kaladin Stormblast.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So that puts Team
Thank
Force of
you.
Good back in the lead at 54%. Team Force of Evil
Wow.
at 46%. Extremely generous viewers tonight. Thank you.
I will hand it to Torvald. This belongs to you.
Thank you.
Uggo pulls out the earring. Lily.
What? Oh, sorry. What?
Earring. You want earring?
Yes, Uggo, how do you snap out of this?
Not that easy. Why you think Uggo always running around so angry all the time?
Well, I feel like you handle it better than I'm handling it.
It's because
I tried to
like
stab
you.
your brother, and it was clearly defined that was your job.
Well, it's good that you tried to stab him and not try to stab Civ or.
Well, I punched Civ a
anyone
lot,
else.
and honestly, I can feel it, even though I don't feel like I want to right now, that I probably need to apologize.
Probably.
Do you have the decanter of water? Maybe you should just splash some all over your face.
Don't
Yeah,
geyser yourself in the face,
Jeff,
please.
when I
Torvald takes the ring in his hand and holds it up to Lily. You know, he's much larger than she. He reaches his hand down and puts it on the side of her face. And Lily, you feel that heat radiating out of the earring that you've felt so many times before, and it's intense to the point where it actually injures you. You take 1 point of fire damage, and you roll a wisdom saving throw. You have advantage from Lily Dumblestuck fan.
Oh, thank you, Lily Dumblestuck fan. Oh my god! I'm using my 10. I'm using my 10 because I rolled for 13, so that will take it up. Okay.
You only need to use 2 of your 10, but yes.
Yeah, you don't have to use all 10.
Okay, great.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm using 2 of my 10 because I rolled at a 14. Well, I rolled a 13 plus I have a +1, but.
And as Torvald's hands on the side of your face hold that earring, that burning sensation, it stings. You recoil, and all of a sudden that feeling of intense fury seeps out of you.
Hi.
Now you understand Uggo better than you did before.
I'm just gonna give Torvald a huge hug. I'm so sorry.
Thanks for that's very nice. Happy to help.
Thank you for burning my face. Thank you. I'm so sorry.
It's the least I can do.
I didn't mean to yell at you. I don't know. I didn't mean to do that.
It's all right, dear. It's all right.
I'm so happy you're okay. We thought about you so much and we were really worried.
I'm sorry to be such a burden.
You're not. No. That's not what I meant. Maybe that was the residual rage speaking, but I meant it as like, we really, really care about you and we're really happy you're back, and we had to come here anyway, so it was technically on the way.
Care enough about you that I faced the worst fear of my entire life.
No, you did such a good job.
Well, thank you, but I still feel bad.
Oh, you did such a good job.
And Lily, even as you have returned to this normalcy, the cloud of anger has parted in your mind and you're able to think a little bit more clearly, none of you are out of this sensation. There's still an awareness of this low-level, smoldering anger in this place. It is not a feeling of safety. It is not a feeling of calm. It is a feeling that is still churning with a fury.
Torvald, do you want to come with us to find Diptha, or do you want to go back and heal up a bit?
As much as I would like to see her and ensure she is safe, I am a bit nervous. Torvald the Circumspect, as I once said, and it seems the wise course of action here is to not endanger myself once again.
Yes.
Will you stay with the horse?
Yes, I will stay with the horse.
Do you want something to eat, since you have been in a cage?
Very much so, yes.
I'll just pull out some bread or rations or, something simple.
Torvald, why did they take Diptha lower?
I don't know.
They didn't say anything?
No.
Did you ever see Brakka responding to something that wasn't there? Get the sense that there was another presence affecting him?
Yes. I fear that presence is in there.
It's probably what asked him to bring her down there, whatever it is.
That cloud of daggers he used on me.
Yeah.
That is how he hurt and almost killed Uggo before.
Got it. Okay.
I had never seen him use that before.
What are we gonna do with him, Uggo? I don't know if he can be cured.
Well, if he is being controlled by something down here, then we need to destroy whatever that is. And perhaps Uggo will get his brother back.
You're right. You're right.
Gosh, Civ, I'm so sorry. I punched you so many times.
is a good thing that you have little hands.
I'm just gonna run over and give Civ a very big hug as well.
I turn that into a kiss immediately.
Oh,
You know, I kind of love it when it's not all lovey-dovey. You know, it's a bit taming of the shrew. Romantic.
Oh,
I turned to
guess I've never
Torvald.
read it.
I turned to Torvald as this happens and go, a lot's happened.
And Uggo looks at Civ and says, Civ, I'm sorry I threw Lily at you.
I understood what you were doing.
Thank you.
Hey, look on the bright side, Lily. You didn't do anything mean to me.
Oh, that's true. I don't have to apologize to you, but I can still give you a hug.
I would love one.
Okay.
Let me just, Torvald's still here. Maybe you could do both.
Okay.
This telekinesis only works for about 10 minutes, so can we...
Do you want me to get Orcs to hold him in prison, or are we taking him with us?
I think we should take him with us.
You think we should? Why?
I do not think this is a good idea.
I don't want to carry a corpse floating behind me down to the
He's
depths.
He's not a corpse.
He's not a corpse.
I'm sorry. Body
Actually, when
that
she
is
says
like
that,
lifeless.
when she says that, Uggo's gonna go to the hanging Brakka and make sure that he is still breathing.
He is.
Do we need to?
He's alive.
Does Brakka need to be with us? Or can we just?
If
put him
something
in
is
that-
controlling
put
him, I think
in
it's
that
probably
cage?
a bad idea to bring him with us.
All right.
Should we put him in the cage then?
Yeah, I will lift him and drop him in the cage, and then using
Well, you
without...
tore off the wall. Can we mend it somehow?
I will use telekinesis to wrench the bars closed.
And I can mend it a bit.
Yeah.
Just tweak it here
If,
and there.
Basically.
if Fahima uses mending, it can reconstitute itself. The door on the side as this limp body of Brakka bleeds on the ground. He's still, actively bleeding and injured.
You really
Uggo will
ripped
scream
this
back up the
off.
cage.
Still waiting for healing down here!
Uggo, are you okay to go deeper?
No.
Health-wise? No, I mean
No.
physically. No. Okay.
No.
Should I can heal you. I can heal you a bit. That make you more comfortable?
You can heal me?
Can you heal yourself?
I can.
Well, I can also. Well, all I'm saying is, I think we have to go deeper, and I don't want you to be hurt. So
That's
what?
why I need healing down here!
You see an orc come running down, looking very scared, holding a potion of healing out in front of you. His hand shaking. I'm sorry,
I
War
take
Chief.
it from him. I take it from him very calmly and say,
Thank you. What is your name?
My name is Gurk.
Gurk. Gurk the Kind. Thank you.
Oh, please don't call me Gurk the Kind.
It's like
Greatest
bullying.
insult.
Gurk,
Please, War
do
Chief,
me a favor.
I beg you.
Gurk,
Yeah.
are you honorable? Do you believe in honor?
Of course, I am an orc.
Good answer. Gurk, I'll go make you temporary captain. If you do good and keep that,
and he points to Brakka.
safe, make sure he stays in cage.
By the way, all of you are only hearing orcish noises. Only Civ understands this. Of course, War Chief, I will. And he stands bolt upright and leans next to the cage.
I'll go want 7 orcs to watch him.
And you
Plus
see
you.
you see Gurk start running to go get more orcs, and then realizing he needs to stay at the cage, and he runs back to the cage, and he doesn't know how to folloh both of those orders.
Go get orcs. Uggo will wait till you return.
Yes, War Chief. Gurk the Kind will do it. And he
Good.
runs.
Uggo, you take another 12 points of healing, and
Thank you.
Torvald takes another 10 points of healing.
I'm now halfway above my hit points.
And then do you drink the potion of healing?
Yes, I do drink the potion of healing, Dev.
Just regular healing?
I think. It's 2d4 plus 2. 2.
And in moments, 6 other orcs come down, full warriors wearing armor and carrying weapons come down and
You 7!
Yes,
Guard! Guard this weakling. Do not listen, do not let out. Girk the Kind is captain now. Do
they all assemble around, and there's a seriousness that overtakes them, and they all line up around the edge of the cage, and you are confident that this cage is completely secure.
Keep safe. Uggo will reward you.
Thank you, War Chief. Will do.
Good.
All hail Uggo. War Chief.
All right.
Uggo doesn't seem to know what to do when they do that. He's
That seems to be going rather well. I didn't understand really any of it, but
I understood Uggo.
yeah.
Can we go? I'm a bit anxious to get
Yes.
to Diptha.
Yes.
Torvald, we have so much to share. And needless to say, Diptha is very, very important.
Yes. I
Stay
hope
by
she's still
Earring.
alive.
So do we.
Stay close to Earring.
All right. He says,
Yes, I will keep it ready to listen anytime you need me.
so
Good night.
All
the
right.
We might need a portal to save us from falling. You never know.
I do want to learn some more portal sigils from you later when you've healed up. Just
Noted.
don't
So
let me
the
forget.
So the five of you turn past the cage with the 7 orcs standing sentry around it. And you look down this long passageway, this tunnel, and you start walking toward it. And as you do, you feel almost a resistance against you. If you've ever pushed against a high wind, or even actually more accurate than that is if you've ever walked, if you've been to Vegas or some desert location, you've walked out of air conditioning into intense heat, and you feel that wave of heat hit you. It is that, except anger. It is this almost physical sensation of being pushed, of having to force your way through a feeling. And you start walking down this corridor, every surface slick with water. This kind of almost tactile, not just wetness, but stickiness, sliminess. The smell is denser, the air is denser, and you move out into a much larger chamber in front of you. Deeper and deeper, you feel yourself go down, and as you look out and around, that's where we'll end tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, tonight went too
Wow.
fast.
I know it flew
Wow.
by. That felt like
Wow.
that felt like an hour.
I feel like we're at intermission.
Yeah. I think we are. We should keep going.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Uggo is war chief in Thorn, at least
Yeah.
according to the other orcs of Thorn.
Wow.
Congratulations on your promotion.
What and who's Brakka's boss? Who's under the Underfury?
Yeah.
It's a sub Underfury.
We're going to have to wait a little extra time to find that out. But in the meantime, you're going to have an incredible new setting with new characters and special guests to entertain you on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/The Dungeon Run. I cannot wait for the Sapphire Festival of Lights. I'm so excited. Or as Jared would put it,
I'm going to be doing. Yeah.
Is that an Adam Sandler Cajun man impression?
I just offended an entire country. So much fun tonight, guys. Thank you. I don't even know how to thank the folks that gave us all these things. We have another gold potato from That's Wild Man. Thank you, That's Wild Man.
That's wild.
We have 2 evil yams, one from Down to Clown 314 and one from Changebox, which brings our total to Team Force of Good, 52%, Team Force of Evil, 48%.
Oh,
God.
just barely.
We also got balloons from References Needed and Corbin Played.
Wow.
The level of generosity tonight is off the charts. It's just extraordinary. Thank you all for supporting us at such an extraordinary level. It's an honor to do this show for you. And this community is, as I've said numerous times, the best on the internet, bar none. Oh, wait. Fate Monger comes in with 2 evil yams, bringing Team Force of Evil to 52%.
No!
Did you not hear what Jeff was describing?
Team Force of Evil, 52%. Team Force of Good, 48%.
We just went through all of that, and this is what you're gonna do?
Yeah. Feel the force of Team Force of Evil.
Don't worry, we have
so
3
that's-
weeks to dread it.
Yeah, looks like Team Force of Evil will carry the day. And as I've said, our patrons over at patreon.com/thedungeonrun are a big part of why this show is even possible at all. We're so grateful to our patrons supporting us consistently every single month. If you are so inclined, I would urge you to check out all the reward tiers over there on Patreon, because we got some special stuff for you, extra content, extra shows. Fun. I give stat blocks for some of the characters that I bring into the game. You can get the Cheesemonger, for example. There are lots of others. And the cast puts out secrets every month. It is really a good time. Check it out. And at the top of our list of the patrons, the topmost supporters of the show are Team Force of Good and Team Force of Evil. And the reward at the topmost tier is to have your name read out at the end of our show. But we don't just read your name normally. Oh, no, no, no. We make it a game. We will read your names in the styles that have been submitted by other patrons over on patreon.com/thedungeonrun. This week, we will roll a die and find out who is doing it. This is going to be a single person for the first one. Okay. I rolled a 1.
Jared.
Okay.
Okay.
So Jared K-Jack.
And for your excitement, Jared.
This was
I was trying to get the list to come up.
This was actually...
Second link I sent.
I got it. Thank you.
This was actually submitted by, I know your favorite person, our own Jessica.
Fail Waffle.
The fail.
Oh, I thought you meant me. I was like, what?
Not JLP. This is a Force of Good retelling a good or exciting dream that you had last night.
Ooh, what a great prompt.
Okay.
This is
And
for
this
Force
is
of Good.
Force of Good?
Force of Good, yeah.
I feel so relaxed. I feel like all of my worries have just Armando 89'd. They just washed right off of me. And there was a moment last night where Hadrian X and Wilbro Jr. were really angry with each other and yelling and screaming. But then Fenderil came in and was just like, hey guys, we're all friends. We can huggo it out. Let's just huggo it out. And they did. And I IR moo-cowed for a good 20 minutes over that. And the Gold family was there and they were smiling and they were happy. And it was like it was Christmas. And there was little sparkling lights all over the place, like Just Jewels. And I had this memory of my first cat that I ever owned. Little white paws, little white patch right here, little black dot on the face. Kitty Scritches. That was her name, Kitty Scritches.
Who's Jared talking to, guys?
You know,
Just let him go. Just let him go.
Okay, it's just, I mean, we've got things to talk about. Sorry.
I just had to say, the dungeon run, yay! Because I haven't felt that good in a Brava. I mean, I drank a lot of cold candor last night, so I was expecting some pretty bad dreams. But you know that artist, the guy that does all the I think his name is Bob Harris.
Bob
does
Harris,
all the paintings.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the big bushy hair.
Mm-hmm.
I was that zen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Gito. Gito. You know what? I'm gonna call my ex-girlfriend Michelle.
Oh
and
no!
I'm gonna tell her that I'm sorry. I'm gonna finally apologize for all the poo monkey that I did when we were a couple.
You should apologize for that.
Because it's time.
You should.
Yeah.
Okay. Time.
I'm proud
It's
of
time.
you, Jared. Proud of you,
you.
Jared.
Thank you.
We're all proud of you, Jared.
Okay, okay, so
Can we
that's
get back to this meeting now?
yeah, that's Jared's business items.
Well done, Jared.
Yeah, we got to do it. Somebody's going to submit one that's like in the style of a dungeon run meeting.
There you go.
All right, second one. Are we going to stick with Jared, or we roll somebody else, or how does that work? What
Let's
do we
roll.
decide?
Let's roll somebody else.
Yeah.
Or is it a tag team one?
It could be. It could be.
Okay.
It definitely could be. Okay, so we'll add 2. So that's Jessica Lynn Parsons, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So this could be a pairing between the two of you because it
Okay.
is a customer talking to a employee,
man.
someone there. So it is in the style of a spa patron
Okay.
who has received an unexpected waxing instead of the massage that he or she booked. It's a bit of a complaint. They got a waxing
that?
instead of a massage. That is
Yeah.
Rabid Attack Goat who
All right,
submitted
that
that.
tracks.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Rabid Attack Goat.
Family friendly show here, Jeff. Family friendly.
Yeah.
The body
Uh,
is friendly.
You could have got eyebrows waxed, Jared. Come on.
Yeah, sure.
Not your butt.
This is Force of Evil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Force of
Okay. Accidental waxing instead of what I booked.
Evil. A massage instead of a massage, yes.
Oh,
Oh,
or
I was
you?
going to be the person.
Oh,
that was
no,
gonna-
go for it. Go for it.
Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
Can I have a moment? So
Sure.
I bought the change box package when I came in here, and when I woke up, it was all gone. And I just wanted the change box package. I didn't want
I think you
the
got
whole
it.
kit and caboodle.
You did get the change.
My box has definitely been changed.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up your contract right here.
Move on.
You signed this upon entry, right?
Well, yeah, but I'm not down to
You see
clown.
this right here?
This isn't a joke.
You
This
checked the
isn't
down
some
to
kind.
clown box, sir. The down to clown box. I
Oh.
signed to consent to down to clown.
Yeah, but I
that's-
mean, I just
that's
thought that
checked.
was like a funny thing that you put on the warning flyer. I mean, I didn't think that was like a serious J Rock. Are you gonna try to J Rock me on this?
I've never had, honestly, sir, I've never had somebody complain. Gorban played as one of our best technicians. I've never had a
Oh
complaint.
yeah, Corbin played.
I could have sent you over to the Carson. You don't want to know what you would have come out of that room with.
I mean, I just wanted a change box. I wasn't expecting
Sir,
Fernando the
sir,
Jackal
I'm gonna
down
stop
there.
you right there. Yeah. I was gonna say that, but you just said it yourself. You finishing my sentences for me already.
Look, is this a real establishment or is this some kind of like flim flam operation?
Sir,
Yes.
this establishment has a Forest Elf 86 rating on Yelp.
Nice. Nicely done.
I don't want you coming in here with your sass, your shiny 8-bit boo attitude, and complaining about our services. Did
All
you?
right. All right. I think I'm nuts. I'm just gonna have to write a bad Yelp review. Sorry. That's the way this is gonna go.
All right, you do what you're gonna do. but
Unless
if
you wanna
write a
give
good
me my
review,
money
you get
back.
20% off next time you come in.
Deal.
Hey, I'll
See you
take the
next
down
time.
to clown. Jared?
Hey, I definitely think I'm nuts, so I'm down to clown too.
Jared, Ron and I are coming in to get down to clowns. Jeff, you come here too?
Yeah.
I love the no eyebrows look, Jared. That's
Thank
great.
you. Thank you.
Wow, they really changed your box.
You go to Gorban Plate too? Gorban Plate's great.
Oh, I love
This
Gorban
box.
Plate. The best.
Are you surprised? I can't tell.
Yeah. It's the same
All right.
reaction no matter what.
Jeff, you look like you went to the Carson.
Oh my
done,
God.
everybody.
Well done.
Thank you to all of our patrons whose names we read off at the highest level of support. It is a delight to be able to make this show, and you are the reason we are able to do that, quite frankly. It is no clearer than that. So, again, Next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, we're starting a new 2-week adventure DM'd by Jared Kajak, starring some really wonderful guests, including
Jasper and Unati from the Three Black Halflings, so 2/3 of the Three Black Halflings, and your own Trisha Hirschberger.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to watch it. And
Katie and Jessica are going to be there too.
that's right.
Also us. Yeah.
Yay!
So
Are
don't
you
miss
playing Flick and
Crick and
Crick and
Frick?
Flick.
No.
Crick and
No.
Frick? No, that's all right. That's fine.
New characters. It's going to be a whole new adventure in a whole new setting. It's going to be tons and tons of fun. And then shortly thereafter, we will be back in Ein to find out what is deeper in the Underfury. So join us. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Until next time, humankind. Be both.
Both.